we do a thing. It's called Dungeons and Dragons. So, a couple of things up front. As most of you may have seen via the social medias, there is we moved. So you'll notice that behind Jake and Pat right now is not at all what was there before.
It's a wall.
Sean and Celine's side is pretty much the same as is mine. But there's significantly less stuff here in this room.
Wasn't doing it for you?
It wasn't doing it at all.
And we are in the process of transitioning over to the new house. Obviously, most of us, meaning me and Claire and Wes, are staying there. And Sean's been there. He's the only one who's been there.
Nice.
So, there's a lot more stuff there since the last time he was there, which had like a folding table and some folding chairs for pizza.
That makes sense.
Good pizza. It was good pizza.
Yeah. That's one of the most important things about a new house is being near enough to good pizza.
Yeah.
We got a lot of pizza places in that area.
Yeah. So anyway, this may or may not be the last Tuesday here. That really depends on my motivation to build the table on Friday and or Saturday. Which I'm motivated, but the design is not convinced that I love it yet. So that. Initiative Coffee Company is a great coffee company. And friends of ours, Brian is a wonderful, wonderful man who makes this wonderful coffee that helps to support us. And that is what we are all drinking currently. We are currently drinking Strix's Snickety Snooks blend, which is a specific blend to help support anxiety gaming. It was all put together by Brian from Initiative Coffee, as well as Holly Conrad, a.k.a. Commander Holly, a.k.a. Strix from Dice Camera Action, hence the name Strix's Snickety Snooks. But yeah, anything you purchase goes to help support anxiety gaming, and I believe, if I saw that correctly, Brian posted that it had already raised over $200 for anxiety gaming just in people purchasing this coffee. So I believe it's a limited time run.
Get on it.
Really
So if you would like to pick it up,
Don't be fooled by the Dunkin' Donuts cup.
yeah, it's Initiative Coffee in the Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah, I
cup.
poured the Dunkin' Donuts out when I got here. I was like, this is
way better, yeah. So, if you did want to support anxiety gaming as well as get yourself some awesome coffee, this is a single origin Ethiopian coffee. Comparison to Fulgurite and Improved Initiative. Thoughts?
I think it's got a lot more of like a fruity note to it.
Really?
It's my stage name.
Fruity notes?
Well, it's plural.
Oh,
when
fruity
I'm on
notes.
stage.
No, you're not just,
I
you
mean,
don't just
I'm not
have
one
one
of
fruity
I'd
note.
say
Many
if it is
flirty
skewed
notes.
because of the flavored creamer
Mm.
that is in it. So, but based on the smell, it seems to have like a sharper, more like not full. What's the word? Like
Bold?
bold
Robust.
taste.
Robust? Is a good
Robust taste.
Yes, it has a more robust flavor.
Yeah, it has a stronger, like distinctive taste to it compared to the others.
And it also tastes like helping people.
That's true.
word. It tastes like helping people.
I've enjoyed each coffee we've had, though. So yeah.
That's weird. Anyway, there should be a link that I can post in the chat, which is apparently not working tonight, which is annoying. I'll blame Streamlabs for that.
There you go.
There you go. So, if you would like to get yourself $2 off of your order of Initiative Coffee, you can use the coupon code $2. That's the $sign and the numerical 2 immersion, and that will get you $2 off of your order. And I am planning, there are a ton of videos that need to be made. The Ravnica, I don't know how you pronounce it, but the Unearthed Arcana came out on Monday with 4 new races for the Ravnica setting, or Ravnica, whatever it is, the Magic the Gathering setting that is coming out later this year. I'm not impressed. Just throw it out there. Loxodon is a big elephant race, like you're a humanoid elephant, that is essentially lizard folk. Reskinned. It's one of them's like, and you're sort of a human, but you get guidance on one skill of your choice every time, and that's like your thing, but no feat. Like that's one of your class features. Is like, pick a skill. You always add a D4 when you roll it.
Oh, but can you also have guidance?
No. I mean, yes, you guys could.
Aha! So maybe.
Yeah, but like, I'd rather have a feat.
Yeah, it's fair.
Or literally anything else. So that's that. You noticed that Celine is back and in this campaign, and Chongo is not here. Chongo, aka Will,
Bless up.
he has wandered
I like
off
that, throwing up the will.
to whatever mysteries and intrigue Chongo can find.
I'm assuming impregnation.
It's a possibility.
It's probably. I don't know.
He was like, "No, I'm gonna get that tiefling master," and
He did.
And he did. So that is that. So hopefully you guys will be able to see us in the new place, and you can see the little bar that's right below me. That's had some people very generously donate towards, and I do appreciate that. Any of the donations obviously go to increase the quality of the stream, upgrading camera equipment and all that stuff to the bar.
Oh.
Right up there. You see it.
Follow my finger.
We can
I
all
am.
see it.
That's what I'm going to do it.
But also, a portion of these will go to help add cool and interesting things to the background of the new D&D room. So if you'd like to make your mark on the stream, cool stuff will get put back there.
Yeah. We always appreciate it.
Children!
Put on the dad voice.
Yeah. He was
Is it
bad
talking
at
to
it.
me?
I will turn this stream around. And by that I mean I kick you out and we have a solo adventure for Jake and Pat. We'll switch sides.
Oh
Listen,
no! Wave
Wait,
and
who will
Rick.
switch sides?
Wave and Rick's excellent
We
adventure.
are the spiky ocean of death.
Sounds horrifying.
The spiky ocean.
It's the worst. Like I would. There's no.
just-
no.
I'm like a sea ocean.
No.
I was
no.
gonna say it's like
no.
a sea urchin.
No.
Yeah, I would.
All of the no.
I just want to make like water.
That's a pretty. If
tentacles
you
around
guys do ever have a solo mission or have to go into a fight together, I like the spiky ocean.
Spiky
The
ocean.
spiky ocean.
Like yeah, it's like you enter into a 2-on-2 tournament, and it's like, what's your team name?
Spiky ocean.
Spiky Ocean.
Obviously.
Spiky Ocean versus Team B.
Sure.
That's not you guys. That was just
Yeah, it's just
that's the theoretical
Generic
team.
Team B. Who's, hopefully not like two clerics.
Oh, they're just two really big bees.
Oh no! I would. Is that poison? Venom's poison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm alright with that. They stung you, but then they died.
They didn't think too well.
Yeah.
Of this.
As long as it's not
Imagine
Team Wasp.
Just a,
Oh, they bite
they're,
and sting.
they're assholes.
And they don't lose their stingers.
They bite and sting.
They are assholes.
Maybe it's Team B.
And yellow
the
jackets
psych
are
out.
shoots.
They're actually wasps.
Ah, shit.
Gross.
Tune in next time, Internet, for our arena
Wasps
matches.
are evil.
It's all a matter of time, folks. You just have to make it to the other side of the continent.
Yeah, just go. Oh, wow.
We're getting there.
It'll be us or someone played by us.
Those are the options.
I think you already took it.
No, I said that. I took it.
Oh, I thought you were asking for it then.
No, I was letting you know I took it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, previously.
Yes. So why don't you guys recap for Pat because he was asking. I'm gonna fix the Twitch bot. But Jake or Sean, why don't you tell us what happened last time? Or both.
You.
Coordinate. I don't know.
Well, we arrived back at the Doughten Abbey after successfully finding Leomin's magnificent mansion and returning it to him. And we looked for some information and some advice on what to do about the scourge of Gouager.
Yeah.
And the masters were basically like, why don't you go see what's going on there, and that will give you more information so we know what we're looking at.
We did do some
We
good
did
research.
do some good research.
while we
I was
were
about
there.
to pull out my notebook.
Yes.
About a dark wizard with necromantic magics on
Boots
the
with
rise
sizzle.
from another
Yeah.
continent circa 200 years ago.
That's
prior Oslin of
Osler.
Osler
Of Saren.
of
Yep.
Saren.
Yeah.
And Chiron.
Yeah.
Who?
Chiron was the good guy. We
Yeah.
fought him,
Who
and
was
then
he?
there was a big brass boat, and then they vanished, and we don't know what happened.
Great battle.
Great battle.
And then we heard word of Bricken's homestead being
Yeah.
attacked by a black dragon,
Black
which we may have
dragon.
seen a little bit of at one
might have.
point.
It might
We
not have been a great
glimpsed
worm.
It.
Or, sorry, it might not have been the great wyvern.
Yeah, it was instead
might
a
have been.
great black dragon, and by great I mean terrible.
And
The
I got-
great and terrible.
I
Like
got a
Oz.
book, How to Scramble
Yeah,
Your Frost
like me.
Salamander Egg. I mean, How to Train Your Frost Salamander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm great and powerful.
Yeah.
Or I will be.
We learned of
Someday.
the town Felliston, which is known as the land of 1,000 pubs.
Oh, yes.
Which is incredibly tempting if there weren't the overlying threat of undeath, which could possibly be raging across the continent at this point. We don't know. Maybe this will end the conflict in the Boldlands because undead don't fight each other too much.
Maybe you guys are just world peace
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah, right?
You guys just,
Who knows?
There will be no more death,
Through
no
evil.
more hunger.
You brought world peace.
You guys can just
Ha,
go.
ha.
The game's collapsed.
Yeah.
The game's
We're evil stupid, though.
Yeah, I mean, there are other continents to work on.
I think in a fight, Evil Game would beat us if we were the same level.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stats here are pretty good, though.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on strategy. Who kills who first?
Rick and Morg go right for each other.
Yeah, probably.
Temerity and Oz.
No, because I would just be like, somebody else fight somebody else for me, and I'm gonna go hide.
Wave
Andrew
and
class. Andrew
Wave and
class,
Patrick.
Andrew class.
probably go at each other.
True.
Patrick would probably win that fight.
Patrick would probably win the fight because he
got
can smite.
smites. Yeah.
And then Oz just
Yeah. Oz might be able to stay out of range or out of sight well enough to really pluck down some of the other spell
that's right.
like Darien. or
Temerity would be like, come with me.
Come on, let's go over here. Here, what's your name?
Sibling.
Wave.
I
Here,
feel
stand
like-
right here. Cool. For 8 hours, and then you just be my beat shield while the rogue shoots at me,
Yep.
and then we'll worry about somebody else.
Who would DM fight that? We would have to
Claire.
Claire.
Claire, obviously.
Neutral. Fair enough.
Wes.
Wes.
His first DMing.
To be fair,
And then a giant hand appears and everybody dies.
to be fair, you
And then
can
here comes
blame
the
Wes
dragonist.
for the black dragon attacking Bricken's homestead.
Ah.
Because we were like out here and he was playing with minis and he just like threw a black dragon mini and it just landed right on Bricken's homestead and it didn't. He didn't like wobble, didn't fall over. It just
See,
landed.
he's got a mean streak already.
So I said, all right, it's a black dragon. And then he was starting to move it around the coast and I was like, oh man, poor Gouger.
Did you ever find out the name of the leader of the Doughten Abbey? The over...
The master.
The master.
Yes.
No. All I have is wall walking through Amberman. Full long beard. It's nice. Some tattoos. Faster traveling. Make good decisions. That's my notes for that section
good.
of the adventure.
Good notes.
I love. Oh man, I wish I had the time, and I have the resources in people, but to just make like a section of the Nerd Immersion website, just like D&D notes from last session, like texts
Mine
from
would
last
have
night,
doodles.
but it's just
I
like
illustrate every
it's
battle.
just like
Scan 'em in.
It's just a test, like, well, grab from and like get people to submit me theirs and just throw them up here. Like
That would be funny. You could put a whole book together like
you
that.
could. I might do that. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, write
I've
that
actually
down.
taken really good notes this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have taken
I got my new
notes.
notebook, and then that made me want to take better notes.
I also illustrated
Better
us
notes so
making
far
mac and cheese.
as wall walking through Amberman. Piper leads us to our
Starting
quarters.
with
Brown
juggling.
room. We got a brown room.
I got so much drip.
Yeah, you do.
Drip drop.
The
Is this on the branch?
what's it
Shit, it
called?
works for weight.
Yeah, you're in the brown room because that's what you get before you
Before you
your
do anything else.
your
The
first
novice room.
your first 2 levels of magic,
Yep.
as it were.
And Rick took a bath, and nobody else got to.
Yeah.
And that was fine.
Yeah.
Why did that happen again?
Because Oz insisted upon the fact that Rick take a bath.
Yeah.
Did he smell real bad?
Yeah.
He did. And then he used all the water.
And then the water was old Rick water, which
Rude.
Shitty Cat would have drank. but
Destroy.
Oz does not.
Yeah, and that destroyed the water, which was Which is something he could do. He could create and destroy water, but people only ever use it to create water.
Not that day.
Not that day. So Rick's unusually clean. He's paler than you'd imagine.
Fair.
You think it was actually just dirt, not.
It was all
skin
just
tone.
dirt.
All right.
Gross.
So I feel like that's a good enough recap.
Yeah.
Oh, and nobody got magic. Oh, you guys identified magic stuff.
Yes,
Right. You guys
but
got some
from the
previous
the
game.
episode
But
before,
what did
yeah.
you all get? Just so I remember, because I wrote in the wrong notebook.
I got the Titan Blade
Titan Blade. You got the Chill Plate
And vigilance.
and Vigilance
and
the
thoughts
flail.
and prayers.
And Thoughts and Prayers. The brass knuckles.
I got the whip.
Right. And then Chongo took
Chongo took the soul wound dagger,
the Soul Wound Dagger. Yeah.
which is fine for now.
It's better for him, realistically.
Yeah.
Not
well,
that he'd ever do it.
for now. It's better for him until I take mobile.
Yeah, I guess.
Offhand.
Yeah.
Well, you have to attack the main hand to do the offhand.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
why I have mobile, so I can 40 foot movement spood, run in, stab,
Spood.
offhand,
Yeah.
spood, spood him, spood him right with my
Get him.
and then I get the offhand, and
Then he was fort.
40 feet movement speed.
The
speed.
The speed.
Big summer blowout.
Big summer blow.
We just accidentally discovered my next D&D character.
Oh no, Morg's gonna die, and that's what we're gonna get.
No, not more.
Haha, evil.
Internet, we hope you enjoy this as much as we do.
I think we're hilarious. Yeah! I finally got an inspiration card.
Well earned. 40 feet. That could be the name of this
Nice.
episode. We could call this one 40 feet movement spood.
Alright, so that's enough of that.
So we wake up the next day.
So you guys wake up the next morning, well rested, with a bunch more knowledge under your belt about what needs to be done.
That was just fat, but could be
Could be fat or muscle.
Well, that's where all the knowledge is stored.
Ring the thighs.
So you guys wake up. You can head down to kind of the main hall for breakfast, and you guys, you've sort of made a name for yourself, but not really. Like, people are aware of you. Like, there's obviously people come and go, and there's a ton of people here.
Hey,
Thousands
didn't
of
those
people.
guys hang out with Chongo?
There's a little bit of that. But then they're like, hey, isn't that dude who just, like, walked up to the master and was like, hey, I'm here. Like, can I help or something? I'm like, he didn't really know what he was saying, but he's there. That's that guy.
That's that guy.
He's also blue. Which also, he stands out in the seas of green, red, black, and white, and he is blue in blue armor.
School motherfuckers.
Because you're
What
in
did we
black
call-
armor.
What did we call ourselves?
Chongo and friends?
Chongo and Friends, yeah.
That's right. That's what they know you as, Chongo and Friends.
Yeah.
Where's Chongo?
He revolutionized music. We took his name.
Yeah, him and Kurt Cobain. I mean, Kurt Monk.
Kurt Monk.
They
Yeah.
revolutionized music together.
We're gonna hear echoes of that all through Evrand.
Yes, you will.
This
Chongo's
new
adventures
music.
will be stuff you'll hear about in every town, which is really just like Chongo got laid a lot.
All over the
Played
place.
a lot of music.
There's a lot of little tieflings running around.
That's
weird.
Weirdly.
More than I'd expect.
In about 9 months from now,
Why
it's
do
just-
they all have glasses?
These little babies.
they're all born with sunglasses.
I didn't realize that was a physical trait.
No, it is.
Fun fact. Yeah, so you guys wake up and it's, it's not, they don't really do it, it's not extravagant meals, it's functional meals. There's porridge and there's, which is oatmeal, so I was going to say porridge and oatmeal, it's the same thing. And there's breads and simple kind of pastries. And there's like eggs, because I assume they have chickens. It's my
Why
world,
wouldn't
they
they?
have chickens.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, makes sense. So, that kind of stuff. You guys had some meat the other night, so no one's got out to really go hunting since last time. So, eggs and bread and, porridge.
Cool. I eat them.
Yeah. Just letting you have any of that gross sugar water.
What do you mean? The delicious liquor that they serve here?
Is that technically alcohol?
Yes. If I drink enough of it, I will get drunk.
I believe that.
Yeah. You do feel like that.
I do feel
You also feel you might get like a sugar rush or go into a coma if you drink too much of it, probably through diabetes.
You know what, guys? I'm
Never
gonna.
able
This
to
isn't
go crazy
silent
again.
killer.
This isn't Oz talking. This
Kill
is Sean
all your
talking.
sperm.
I'm gonna bring some for all of us next week. You're all gonna get to try it. It's gonna be great.
Your Code Red.
Indy Serrano, yeah.
Indy Serrano.
Yeah.
All right.
It's so
It's
good.
gonna be so sweet.
It is just like me.
You sold me on it.
Hurt my
Cool.
teeth.
All right,
yeah.
so we eat breakfast.
Yeah. After that,
You also notice at the master's table there are only 3 of the masters.
which 3?
The master, the tattoo master, which I think is in my other note.
Green-robed halfling.
Master
Yes.
of you.
Yes.
Power of
There's the master in red robes.
Master of codes.
Good job, Pat. The master in white robes.
Who's half-orc.
Yes.
Master of light.
Yes.
Divine.
Yes. Good job.
We take different kind of notes, man.
What does yours say?
Well, I have white-robed monk half-orc, and then I have green-robed halfling. And then
Very base knowledge.
See,
Yeah,
I didn't
enough.
I didn't write down their races because that's not how I see the words.
that's
I
how
Write
Rick-
it down.
I
I
write
wrote,
notes like Rick would write notes.
That makes
red
sense.
parentheses maybe academia parentheses knowledge parentheses master of codes parentheses.
Maybe.
Yes, so the Master of Darkness, the tiefling that you had seen the night before that left with Chongo, is not at breakfast this morning.
Shame.
But neither is Chongo.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So
Did you see that he brought sunglasses and bongos? It was pretty awesome.
So do we wait for Chongo or do we like continue on? Like can we I don't know.
It's gonna be hard
Do
to
we
keep up
deserve
with.
him?
What?
Do we deserve him?
You're being weird.
I know.
All right.
You know I'm weird until second breakfast. After second breakfast, I'm okay.
I think that we'd pack, and if he's not back, then we leave. Like, what are we gonna do?
That's fair.
Last time,
Well-
2 of our companions mysteriously
the
disappeared.
middle of the night.
We looked for them, and they weren't around.
Yeah.
And so we left.
Yeah.
And you can't like hold people down. You're like,
No, but
join
I mean,
our party.
that was they disappeared in the middle of the night, so assumedly they wanted to leave. Chongo might just be like sleeping in.
I'm gonna go.
Well, first we gotta talk to the Grandmaster Alliance, because he said he was gonna look at stuff in his brain or something.
Yeah, he's
So-
astrally.
Yeah.
Astral.
So we gotta wait for
I don't
him
even know what
to
it means.
He's here.
cue
and
us
there.
before we do anything. But
Yeah.
So-
the Ambered Man.
yeah. So should we go talk to what's her face?
Piper.
Piper?
Probably.
Alright.
Alright.
I love your guys. Everybody can make me perception checks.
You like our decision-making program?
I think it's the best.
Natural 20.
Look at that. Jake may be hanging on to these paladin dice.
Oh, that's 26.
22.
This is some of your best rolling. Maybe that's been it.
20.
Plastic dice is his
Three.
downfall. It's been metal this whole
I'm
time.
not even gonna try it.
Say 23?
23.
And you said,
26.
you remember what he said?
Uh,
Not as much, right?
he's got a 14. If he rolled it, he got 14. We'll say.
Okay, yeah, you see Piper. She's over. She's got a book open and she's like reading with one hand and turning with this hand and then eating with this hand like porridge.
Let's wait until she's done eating.
Okay, so you guys wait about 5-10 minutes and you see for like a while she's kind of like.
Do we go? No.
And she like keeps and then keeps.
No, should we
eating.
go? Should we? No, we gotta wait.
So yeah, after like 15 minutes, she seems to have pushed the porridge bowl aside. And
Alright,
is-
now let's go.
Exclusively reading now.
yeah, exclusively reading.
Okay.
Morning, Piper.
And she's like, and she kind of like looks up again, lost in a book. And she says, morning, what, yes, where's Chongo? I don't see, you are Chongo and friends, are you not?
We were. Chongo's
No.
busy.
Now we're just friends.
No, we're just friends.
We're friends.
Yeah.
No one told you life was going to be this way.
Yes.
It's true. true.
Thank you, Jake.
So, yeah, last night when we talked to the Grandmaster, he left things kind of ambiguous. He was like, I have to look at some stuff or something.
He does that.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to know, like, what's the protocol? Do we just, like, chill until he comes back? Should we go talk to the masters?
Can we leave and he'll just find us
Yeah,
along the way?
That's another good question.
She says, which way were you planning on leaving? She says, it takes an immense amount of meditative energy to do what he was doing. He attained in his training the ability to astrally project his body, but he also has the ability to transport his body to the location of his astral projection,
What?
which is
That's insane.
yes, it's a
That's so cool.
yeah. But you recall that he actually did move things
Right.
physically when you were there, so the amount of effort it must take to project oneself, but then focus enough to only control part of your body
Right.
is like another level. So
It'd be easier
Do
just
I think that, or does Oz?
Oz thinks that. Jake thinks that.
Oh, okay.
Oz thinks that in game.
That's insane. The amount of focus you would need.
Yes, it's a pleasant goldish hue.
Yes.
Difficult.
But yeah, she asked how you guys were going. Were you planning? Because you had said if you leave, will he be able to find you?
Right.
And she said, where were you planning to go? And when?
Sooner rather than later. And
Go today.
I mean, yeah. You haven't heard anything from Chango recently. He's our friend, so I mean, probably.
She said, I haven't seen him since he went off last night.
Alright.
Yeah, so we had discussed with the masters about leaving. Apparently there's like some kind of cave system that was being constructed. They mentioned maybe going back to, we're heading back to Gallagher.
Okay.
So we're heading back that way. We could go up to Felston, but that seems like it might be a bad idea and take a really long time, especially since we'd have to go past Bricken's homestead and they just got attacked by a dragon.
Right, but going through Bricken's homestead wouldn't be a bad idea, because then we could maybe recruit some people to come help with.
I feel like the point of this is more recon than anything else, so a smaller group would be better.
Alright, fair enough. I'm personally comfortable going underground. In the dark.
I
Works
don't
great for me.
love the dark, but that's all of it. That's all I have.
I
As
love
long
the
as I
dark,
got
but
a light,
fair
man.
enough.
As long as I got a light, man. It's man's.
Men?
Like that.
Yeah, man's.
So she'll say, so, I mean, you can wait, and he seems to show up whenever he really, I can't even
Living on
begin
his
to
own.
comprehend the
Yeah,
level of
I
existence
guess-
that he's on. So he may be able to find you elsewhere, but if you're here, I'm sure he'll show up at some point.
Okay.
But if you do decide to leave, I'll make it known to him that you are in the process of leaving. And yes, it seems you have several avenues to you. You could attempt to head into the tunnels. Again, we only tracked them for a ways before that project was abandoned for other adventures. So you may find you get a certain way in and caves are collapsed, or they may continue on and you can make your own way through natural caverns that weren't fully formed by us and worked stone. Or again, you could try your luck in Felliston to get a ship to sail to the northwest to head to Gouger or to Bricken's homestead.
How are the seas this time of year?
She says up here it's a little icy, but if there's any sailors worth their salt there, they'll be able to get you through that no problem.
Alright.
And she says you're only in open sea for a short period of time before you have breakwaters in the Tomsic Isle to the northwest.
Alright.
But if that's a venue you choose to go on,
Okay.
or you could
As
go
a
back the way.
cartographer, would I be able to plot which way would be faster? I bust out my map of Evrand.
Oh man,
Like that.
figured it out.
I got whipped a little. That's aggressive.
Yeah. I think it's the map material.
Makes sense.
You could map it out, although there's external factors.
Right,
that
but I can
may-
get like a general idea.
Right now, you would know that going potentially where not knowing the tunnel system.
Yeah.
If it goes, you could go in a straight shot there if there's a tunnel leading that way.
Right.
More than likely, it's not.
Nature
You could go
very
back the
good.
way you came,
Right.
which took a while.
It took a while.
But you know the terrain already.
Right.
So you know what to look out for, you know what to expect. You know you'll be welcome in Concord
Yeah.
if you need a place to stay on your way back.
But then we would have to go through the hills.
Which I'd rather not do again.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's your vote?
I think tunnels.
What's your
Mostly
vote?
because it'll be cheaper.
Yeah, because you will have to pay for ship's
You
passage.
have to pay for passage.
And you'll have to find a captain that's
I
not...
don't want to give away my
drunk.
money, man.
You'll have to find a captain that's sober, which
Ah.
is
That's the
a
challenge.
challenge. Not unheard of.
That works for me. We're gonna go with the tunnels, based on unanimous vote.
And she says, well, all right then, do you plan to leave today or will you wait?
You want to give it a day for Chango?
we'll give Chango a day,
and the
see if he
Grandmaster?
shows up.
What's the Grandmaster's name?
Yes, the Grandmaster's name is Calidus.
What was that?
Calidus.
Calidus. Good name.
1 L or 2?
One.
Alright. Cool.
Alright,
So, I guess we could spend today's trying to get supplies together.
Yep.
Seeing what we could scrounge up.
see if there's any sort of mining equipment that they have here, just in case. Get a lot of extra rope. Get a bunch of torches.
All good ideas.
Maybe get some lanterns.
Maybe some cards.
Some oil.
Deck of cards.
Some rations.
I mean, how many rations are we down to at this point?
You haven't had to eat those since you've been here.
Yeah, right. But previous to that, we had 67 days of rations.
Ah, we're gonna need more.
That's per person or total?
Total.
So that's divided by
Yeah, 20 days each.
So that's probably
Yeah, we
not
get
gonna
more
be-
rations. Yeah.
All right.
Let's yeah. Meet let's Piper, where would we go to, like, I know you guys are pretty
Self-sufficient.
Thank you, that's what I'm looking for. Pretty self-sufficient. But is there anyone we could go to try and get supplies and stuff for an expedition elsewhere?
And she will think about it for a second. She'll point you off in a direction. And she will tell you that while they are largely, knowledge-based, or at least that's, how she seems to, care the most about, they do obviously foray out into the world on field missions, on training exercises, and things like that. So they do have supplies to send out. Some people are more field agents, and that's sort of their role. They trained at the monastery, and that's where they decided that they wanted to take their training. And then that's sort of the feel of the monastery, is it's kind of what works for you. That's why there's basically everybody gets through years or levels, however you want to look at it, of training, and they get time in each section before they make their ultimate decision on where to go. So everybody can get a little, get a little idea of which one's best for you, and then go from there. And then, it's kind of train at your own pace. Like, if you want to just go hard and physically train nonstop, you can. But they do encourage people to be well-rounded. That's why they do things like the brewing, and they do, they'll do sparring tournaments and wrestling, and then art shows and things for the different people. So if training in the monastery is your jam, which it seems to be, a lot of people do like it, as it provides safety and it provides a known environment. But some people prefer to learn more hands-on out in the world.
Yeah.
So people go on missions, and if that seems to be their thing, some people become wandering kind of monks, coming back every so often, providing insight from outside in the world, but that's sort of their thing. So it's not unlikely that you wouldn't encounter monks, or perhaps you even have and didn't realize who they were when you saw them over the time that you've traveled. So she will kind of lead you over to one of the other rooms, kind of off of the Great Hall, and it's just a stone door. It doesn't have any color to it, and she'll kind of point you down that hallway and say, it's the last door on the right.
Let's do it. All right. Kevin?
You okay over there, Pat? You look a little tired.
No, maybe.
Need more coffee.
I imagine this is how Wade walks.
She's very,
Very
floaty.
fluid.
Just.
How does Oz walk?
Well, I'm going based off of your movements in chairs, so he's like a.
Very little legs. I gotta move them a lot.
Exactly. And then you're just like.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
So you
right.
guys go down and you open the door, and inside this room is a taller. You see that there's on the wall there are racks of backpacks, and there's rope, and there's climbing kits, and there's climbing hooks and grappling hooks, and basically all sorts of spelunking, but I guess spelunking and then mountain climbing gear, as they are in the mountains. So there's like a large row of that, almost like any kind of EMS type store. You've got different kinds of packs and different designs and different kinds of ropes, and then there's all other sorts of things, with torches and shovels and saws and all manner of things you basically need on whatever type of mission you'd want to go on to survive. There are tents, there are bed rolls, whatever else. It's basically like a big storeroom.
Cool.
And there's sort of a counter, and there's a guy who's sort of like, you can see he's kind of working on something. His back is to you, but he's probably about 6 feet, maybe a little bit taller. See, you see brown hair in the back, shirtless, and then has darker, black pants. And that's what you can see from because there's a counter in front of him.
All right. Hey, can you make magical light?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Can you make magical light? Ah, that sucks for both of you.
Why?
Well, because then you could see in the dark.
Oh. I guess, yeah.
Duh.
Thought maybe that'd be like a thing that you were like, I can't see in the dark. I'll learn how to make magical light.
Yeah, but if I knew how to do that, I would have been doing that before now.
I mean, you literally just didn't even think of the possible application of seeing in the dark with it, so maybe you didn't. Shit,
Well,
I
no,
don't know.
I just didn't make the connection because we're in a very well-lit room. I didn't think right now you were
Excuse
talking.
me, sir.
And you'll see him stop, and he'll turn around and he'll face you, and he'll say, "Yes." And you can see he's again a taller human male with he's got longer brown hair. He's got a beard. And he looks at you and says, "What can I do you for?" And you see he's kind of put stuff down. He's got like a grease covered rag, and he's kind of like wiping off his hands. But as you can do this, you can see that again, even though a lot of the people here are very lithe, there is a degree of musculature to show that there is also strength in this particular individual. And he kind of throws the rag off to the side.
We were looking for some gear to go under and through the mountains, the Wyvern Peaks, where there was some tunnel systems, and we were hoping to make our way southwest down to Gallagher, ideally, or near, or just basically if we could make our way under the Wyvern Peaks, that would be ideal. Even if we could end up in Carrickfern, Dwarven Stronghold.
And he says, "Well, that's a pretty long trip.
Yep.
You don't really know what you're getting yourself into, so I can provide you some supplies, but I can't."
Well, we're not looking for a guarantee of having everything we need, but we would definitely like some rope and some dungeoning kind of underground materials, like in case we need to climb up walls. We need some pitons and we need some hammers for them. We could probably use a bunch of torches because neither of these guys can see in the dark. We could probably use some sort of, I don't know, you got like some sort of water purification type thing. Oh no, you can make water, we don't need that, never mind, sorry. a really bright list before I came in here. A deck of cards to amuse us, Oz specifically. Just basically that kind of stuff. Lots of rope, ideally.
And he like looks you all up and down with an assessing look
Yep.
at each of you. And he's just like, all right. He says, I've heard of you guys, so where's Chongo?
Chungo has moved on, maybe.
He's pursuing carnal
Alternative
pursuits.
Oh,
Oh, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
yeah.
He goes, yeah, listen, so I know who you are, and I know you kind of got some stuff going on, so... Yeah, he goes, we'll get more. We can always make more and get more if we need it, so yeah, what do you want?
Gentlemen, what's your name, sir?
Chuck.
Chuck.
And he's got a very strong
Right.
grip, because he grabbed your hand.
As strong as my grip.
Not as strong, but
pretty
strong. Yeah, but you get the feeling that the swiftness of which he grabbed your hand, he beats you dexterously, but is...
Once we're gripped, I got the advantage.
Yes, but prior to that...
So, like, thumb wrestle, he might win.
He'd probably win just because of his thumb
But
dexterity.
arm wrestle,
Yeah,
more
more than likely.
more than likely. You never know.
I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, fantastic, Chuck. We really appreciate that. Pick down Chuck the supply man. All right, and then I'm gonna go to town getting supplies.
Okay, just let me know what you end up taking.
All right, I'm gonna write down a list right now, and then I will let you know.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
got that one unlocked for the rest of the night. To keep that on track in case you guys run into like a cow.
Or a row thing.
Or a row thing. Or maybe if I
A very squeaky door.
can increase the speed of it, maybe we can get like a T-Rex, like a... Nope, we won't get that enough. No, it's more like a cat. Anyway, so you have been about, and you have heard of this group, Chongo and Friends, out and about. And you've seen them, obviously. Some of them are harder to miss than others. One is like a constant smoke trail about him. The other one of them is just bongo music seems to follow him everywhere. Also, you were probably there when he altered the course of music, him and Kurt. Just blew everyone's mind in that jam session in the courtyard. The other one is a ball of black spikes. And then the fourth one's is kind of there.
As a rogue, I want to be just kind of there.
Not particularly noticeable in any one facet or another. So, in your pursuits and your travels, you've seen and heard what's going on. And I would say, just due to the nature of the way things are, you have heard this conversation that they were seeking supplies to travel through the tunnels. And you see them head down a hallway towards where you know Chuck has all of the supplies, because you've gone in there a handful of times and gone outside yourself as well. So, with that information, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna sneak down to the storeroom.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check, please.
18.
Okay. You're sufficiently stealthy as you sneak down the store. Pass it? 16?
16.
Yep, you sneak down.
17.
Still sneak down.
13. I'm busy. I could
Yeah.
take a -5.
What
on
are,
that.
while he is gathering supplies and taking an inventory list to give to Chuck
Right.
/ me, what are you guys doing?
Well, since I'm not going to be able to see while I'm down there,
Are you rolling now? Just
I'm
in
rolling
prep? Alright.
many preps.
supervising the list.
Okay. So you manage to sneak up to the storeroom, and you can see that the ball of spikes is making a list, and is like there's a pile of stuff in front, and he's writing a list, and the non-memorable one is next to him, kind of looking over his shoulder, and then the blue one is just there, just fiddling with something in his fingers, which you can see is rolling papers for either cigarettes or something else.
I'm gonna sneak up to the blue one.
Okay, you sneak up to the blue one with your 18. Or
27.
or your 27. Alright, and you
I want to go like right up next to him.
Physically impossible for me to do that.
and you are right up next to him. What would you like to do?
What you doing?
Shit.
This is Ember, right?
No. Describe physically what your character looks like. Something we never discussed, so think about
About 5'2" ish.
it. Okay.
Tall.
Huh?
Said she's so tall.
Third tallest member, or the second tallest member of our party.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Curly brown hair. Lots of
Curly,
it.
but with volume.
With volume.
Slaggy?
Hazel eyes, human. Young, about 14.
Eye color, just so
Hazel.
I have it. Hazel for my notes here.
And
And
green monk attire.
yeah, what is, again, we didn't really discuss color scheme of green, and what is it just like?
I got green arm wraps that go around, bracers, green tunic, brown belt, like, you know, to have on, loose kind of tan pants, barefoot,
Tan pants.
tan pants.
Any exposed tattoos?
There's one on my leg, which is a dragon that goes up. You can see some coming up this way, and yeah, that's it. That's exposed.
So a 14-year-old tattooed kid,
More or less.
more or less.
Just jumps out and asks you what you're doing.
What you doing? You're the guy who went up to the main dude. Ballsy.
Sure.
Where's the other guy?
He's investigating.
Oh, where you guys
Yes.
We're going underground through the Wyvern Peaks.
Yeah.
from? Oh, it's dark down there.
That's
kind of the
thing
problem.
we're going for. That's bright lanterns and oil.
I have.
Yeah, make sure you get all that. When are you guys leaving?
I have a lantern.
Oh well,
What?
I
But
want,
oil.
I want another. I want
What?
another
What?
lantern
What?
and more oils.
What is that?
What? Oh God. What's your name?
What is that? I'm Brina.
Brina?
Yeah.
Brina.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm Oz.
Hi.
That's
Cedric.
that's rude. Very
Cedric.
rude.
Cedric?
Cedric, yeah.
That's your name? No. Sup, Cedric?
Ah, what's up, Brina?
Sparky.
Yep. What kind of lantern do you have? Just like a
I
regular
think
one?
I think it might be a
Looks like an
bullseye.
oil one.
Yes, correct.
I think it might be a bullseye.
Bullseye.
It might be a bullseye
Alright.
lantern. I gotta double check this. I got a mouse.
That doesn't smell like typical tobacco that the monks smoke.
It's not tobacco.
So what is it?
Gouger
This is,
leaf.
It's
Gouger
gouger.
leaf.
It's gouger leaf.
That's what they said.
Where's Gouger?
It's that.
Gougers.
Funny story. It's gone.
Oh, what happened to it?
my
We
fault.
don't. That's what we're gonna go find out.
Can I come?
No.
Please.
No.
Yeah, we're leaving in 2 days.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right? She can come.
Hooded lantern.
Hooded
I have a
lantern.
hooded lantern. It's part of my burglar's pack. No, you're too young.
Well, she can come. We're leaving in 3 days.
Please, I am plenty old enough to go on adventures. Despite what the monks say.
Oh God. Also, part of our repertoire is sneaking and using.
Why is that so funny?
Because he's terrible at it.
Probably with all the clinky armor.
Yeah. You're smart, Brina.
Hey.
Thanks.
Sneaking.
Wanna meet my pet?
No.
Yes.
You have
Yeah?
a pet?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, and
But actually whistles, because I can't.
you really can't whistle?
No, I mean I can. It just didn't come out well that time.
That's fine.
I can't whistle very loudly.
I don't think she can
I
whistle.
don't know if it's coming.
Okay, that was
Oh,
better.
I can do some whistles. I just,
Okay, so fair enough. And you guys hear footsteps, beats coming down the hall, and it's like it's very soft, but you also hear like click clacking as it's coming down the hallway, and bursts into this room. Is how tall are you?
3-1, I think. Yeah, 3-1.
Let me get you as. Let me just check real quick here. Let's see here. Because I don't want to be inaccurate.
If you're gonna come with us, you gotta carry a bunch of stuff, though.
Oh. I mean, I'm not that strong, but I'll take what I can.
Oh, there you go. That's important.
Can you
Plus, my
find
pet can take some.
So about 2 feet tall
Fight?
is this 2 foot tall feathered creature that comes running into the room and runs up right next to this hyperactive child and kind of is like looking at you and like bobbing its head and like turning its head and looking at you all, observing you all, similar in a lot of ways to a bird, but not like any bird you've ever seen. No. It doesn't seem. That's fair. It doesn't seem like this bird creature would be capable of flight. It has long arm appendages and there are feathers, but they don't seem like they'd be able to provide liftoff. It does have a very long, compared to its overall size of its body, maybe from snout to end of tail is maybe about 6 feet long.
Oh, wow.
And it's a very strong, thick tail, not like a snake's tail or a lizard's tail, which is relatively thin, very thick and muscular, and it runs bipedally. And it has these kind of snake-like eyes and a mouth full of sharp teeth that you can see, claws on the ends of these winged arms, and a really big sickle-like claw on each of its feet.
Oh god, this thing's huge.
And ugly.
He can hear you. Don't listen to them, Ted Cooper. You're beautiful.
Your feather thing is named Tad Cooper?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't have an answer for that. Okay, Brina.
Yeah.
If you were to come with us, you might get hurt. And worse, Tad Cooper might get hurt.
Do you see him? He won't get hurt. Besides, every time he dies, he just comes back like that.
What do you mean every time he dies?
Every time he dies, I just gotta take a little while, and then poof, he's back.
How often does you poof he's back?
What do you mean poof? Poof's back.
You just said poof he's back.
Yeah.
How often do you poof he's back?
However often he dies.
That's what I'm asking, how often he dies.
Oh, I mean, it hasn't happened a lot. I mean, there was the one time, which is when I got the school tattoo, which made him come back. But then, I mean, the monster only let me out that much, so... And it hasn't had a lot of opportunity to die.
You've blown it in my
Does
face.
he...
Sometimes when I practice my punches!
Does he want to die? Do you want to die, Ted Cooper?
Do you want to die?
And it just kind of like,
It's
and
my
it
favorite
like
song.
bobs its head and it like moves forward a little bit and it
Yeah.
like turns and it like snorts a little bit at you and it clicks. You're not really sure what it's saying, but you're like,
Obviously.
he doesn't want to die.
I mean,
but,
obviously he
you
doesn't
know,
want
if he
to die.
if he had to, he would.
But, obviously he doesn't want to die. I mean, yeah, he can and it'll be fine, but, it's still not a pleasant experience. You still experience it out,
I'm so tired.
Oh, here!
What is this?
Green liquid. It makes you super amped!
I like her.
I don't like that!
I wouldn't have drank them.
Are you hyped up on the 2?
It's nice.
Plus, I've taken it with you. Yeah, I can make this.
What do you mean?
I know how to make it.
Do you have a recipe?
I got it. It's not subtle.
I know, but
Guys, maybe
that's for the internet.
team meeting? Team meeting.
Okay.
Brina, just hang out here for a second. We're gonna have a team meeting.
Okay.
Team meeting.
Once they're like significantly in a huddle.
All right, make me a stealth check.
26.
Okay.
Would you guys be actively paying attention to where she is when you're huddled up, or would you just be huddling?
I would not.
Okay, so you're passive.
I'm pretty sure I'd see her. Like, I'd look. At
Okay,
least.
so then you, those of you that are actively keeping an eye on her, you can make me perception checks.
This
Can
seems-
either of you possibly see her?
guidance? Nope.
Probably. 21, 28.
Oh, you do see her sneak
You
up.
see me.
Hey.
What?
That's
I
not.
don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just practicing my fancy little dance.
It's not. We need.
Alright, wait. Ready? You stay in this room. Anyway.
I don't know. That stuff was pretty good, and I was gonna say, and that thing looks pretty cool.
You're the fickless person.
Wait. You wanted to eat my egg, but that creature looks cool.
Yeah, I wanted eggs.
That thing does not look edible.
That yeah. I didn't want to eat any part of that thing. And they're not related at all. Those are totally separate things.
Debatable.
Where are you at in your stores, by the way, of Gouge Relief?
Oh.
Because we've been working it down. Because you don't have a new supply, you just have what you've been working on.
Right, but I did have like one of each.
You did. No. And I like I said, more your area of expertise than mine, so you tell me where you're at.
It's gotta be going down at this point.
It's been going down, because it's been a non-stop, like a chain smoking a pack a day of this here situation to make up for the fact that, and I don't fault Wave for this at all. That's how he deals with shit, and he had a lot of shit to deal with.
He's had a day.
But I just want to make sure that we're keeping track, because eventually it will run out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that it's now. I'm just saying you keep track, and you tell me when it runs out,
Sure.
or when you're getting low, and we'll just go from there. Cool. So you guys are shut the door.
Yeah.
Conversation continuing, or you're just shutting her out into the hallway?
Oh no, conversation continuing. So that green
Is there a
stuff
crack under
was
the
really
door?
good,
A little bit.
and that little thing seems pretty
Sure.
cool.
You can make a perception check.
I think we should think about it.
How old do you think she is?
I don't know. She's huge. She's so tall.
She's a human.
Oh, yeah, I can't tell. Like, I don't know, 25? How long do the humans live?
I don't know. She looks like she's like 11.
Yeah, so split the difference between
can
your
hear
guess
what
and my
they're
guess.
saying.
She's
You can hear what
probably
they're
like
saying under the
19.
door.
Like, no, she's definitely not 19.
I think she might be.
Like, Piper would be closer to 19.
Piper's 19? I thought she was like 40.
No, she's 19.
You're being rude. You're
You hear
being
from under,
rude.
like, under the door.
Oh, I'm not brave.
How old are you?
13.
I'm gonna inside that.
Okay. Knocked over his dice.
3.
Dude, those are his dice.
Plus 3.
Plus 3, 20. 20.
2020.
20, insight.
Okay, fine, I'm 12. But still, it's close enough. My birthday's only in a couple months.
Didn't you just say you were 14? Like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wouldn't you have to re-insight that if she changed what she said?
no, because now I just don't have to believe her.
Damn, he just doesn't believe her.
She's a little kid. I vote no.
Maybe we should ask her parents?
You can't. They live on a different continent. They sent me here when I was like 5 because they couldn't handle me. Or, I mean, they didn't say that directly, but that's what I'm assuming after all these years.
Alright,
They said it was for educational exploration. You guys are really quiet.
My vote is clearly no.
Come
You think we
on.
need caltrops or just ball bearings?
I feel like ball bearings. Well,
I killed the whole.
I already
town.
have a bag of
I
2,000
don't
ball
wanna kill a
bearings,
kid.
so I feel like cow traps.
Where are they
better.
right now?
They are inside the room. Like you can.
Did I
kinda
get
see-
pushed out of the room?
Yeah, he was like, you stay in this room, and he shut the door. So you're out in the hallway.
Okay.
Although the door's not locked, so I guess you could just go back in.
Huh.
He just shut the door in your face.
Yeah. That
So-
usually works with kids.
It's worked so
Really?
far.
Is my Velociraptor still in there? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
That's okay.
It's
Oh,
what
I
it
mean,
is.
that's
Got
what
it.
it is.
I figured out what it is. I
Yeah.
did my best to describe it
Without saying it.
without saying it.
Yeah.
Got the old,
Is
The
Jack
sickle,
Cooper
like-
still in there?
The sickle claw gives it away.
He's-
Yeah, I guess he would be. So
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't push him out.
I open the door.
he opens
and-
the door. Tad Cooper opens the door.
Oh, well, fine.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna
You can't
open it and let
doors.
Ted
They're not
Cooper-
smart enough to open doors.
Are they?
He's got a 4 intelligence? No, he might be.
Is Chuck still in there?
Yeah, he's.
Velociraptors
I'm
are
gonna
smart
go
enough to
and sit by
open
Chuck.
doors. What are we talking about
We're
here?
not talking. We're talking about
We're talking about it.
the right kind of velociraptors.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Mongoliensis, not Enteropus. Different
Yeah,
types of
so I
velociraptors.
was just doing it. Jurassic
I
Park.
got it. I guess. I mean,
Why is there a wagon wheel on the list?
Well, in case we need to use a pulley with the rope.
Oh, why don't you just get a block and tackle?
Block and tackle for...
It's a pulley system.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
Oh, yeah, it's a pulley system.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
you
shit.
do
then.
need an anchor point normally.
Right, I was going to be the anchor point.
That's
normally.
fair. Well, like it's got a hook, right? So it's like how those
Ah.
work. So the best
We
way.
can afford to carry soap. It's not too
really
heavy.
Sure, that's too much weight.
I will carry the soap.
See, this is why you guys
But
bring
you
me
have to
along,
carry
then
all
I
of
can
the
carry the
rest
soap.
of the stuff too.
You guys are having
You
this
have to
conversation, talking,
carry
and you
her
notice
around.
that as you're having this conversation, like, oh, should we do this? She's back in the room, standing next to you as though she's part of the party, saying, like, I can carry the soap.
We're not. No. Okay. The soap's not too heavy. And wait, did you say I'm carrying all of this?
If you want
I'm
soap,
so little.
if you want to have soap,
Look at how little I am.
Look at how little he is.
I don't care.
I can't carry. I physically.
Idea. Just take all the stuff and stick it on his spikes.
No,
And
we
yo,
said
and then
it's all-
hands free.
It's all busted at that point.
Wait. Give me a second.
Not soap. You can stick soap on the spikes. Boom, boom.
Actually, most of this stuff that would work with.
It's the best ways to get a movable rod. Block and tackle. You know, pulley, whatever you need.
Yeah, it's a
If
good
you
list.
get
I
one.
can't really think of anything else. We would need. We don't need the wagon wheel. We should get block and tackle instead. We don't really need coal for water filtering because we have Wave, who could just make us several.
Yeah, what if he's
You can make water.
unable to during
Can I
some
see?
point?
Why would that be?
Make water. Make water.
Yeah.
Better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have
Alright,
it.
that's fine. Also, I would say a couple more water skins.
Create a wall
Water
of
skins.
ice.
Water skins.
Okay.
It only is a 5-foot block.
Yeah.
5-foot block of ice appears.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's that's good. Throw on a couple.
Make me an attack roll, just to see.
19.
Alright, and roll me damage.
12.
She punches right through your block of ice like it's nothing.
That's rude.
That's right.
Cool. What?
I'm gonna keep
That's
the
it,
wagon
rude.
wheel.
Now we have ice. Now if you want a cold beverage, there are
control it
chunks.
all together back.
You watch as you punch it and it splinters into ice. It like any shape and it's
Good
back
list,
into
though.
a ball of water.
Alright.
Ball of water, or just go back to a block of ice.
It's a ball of water now because he can't only.
Are you thinking extra
Oh,
one
no, you
each?
could refreeze it if you wanted to with shape water.
What's up?
You think one each? An extra one each?
Yep.
Sure.
So he's kind of got this like ball
3 extra water
of
skins.
water that's kind of like floating.
All right, let's give Chuck the list.
Chuck, my man. This is what I came up with on the bottom there. The top's all recipes.
Fair.
Recipes for what?
Food.
Thanks,
Kind
Rick.
of food.
Well, I have one that's oatmeal cookies.
Nice.
Yep. Oatmeal raisin cookies.
Backpacks, 40 torches, 30 feet. I'll just read this for the internet. Backpacks, 40 torches, 30 feet of rope. More?
300 feet.
300, sorry, 300 feet. More with a question mark. 25 guns and hammers, 1 deck of cards, 120 days of rations, 1 wagon wheel, coal for water filtering, a bullseye lantern, 4 flasks of oil, soap is too much weight, ball bearings, crowbar, miner's pick, caltrops, block and tackle, and 3 water skins.
We can cross the wagon wheel off. We don't need the wagon
He still wants the
could
wagon.
be useful.
wheel. Why?
I'm not sure yet. Better to have it and not need it than not have it.
Wait. You would rather have a wagon wheel in case than bring soap, which we would definitely use.
Definitely use,
Why
but
just
definitely
one wagon
not
wheel?
need.
What do you mean not
Do you even
need?
have a wagon?
No.
So then why do you have the wheel?
What? In case I need it.
For what?
I'm not sure yet. I just told him that.
You're not a good listener.
That seems silly. That's a very large object, and clearly you don't want to carry anything.
Well,
You
I
can't
don't
even carry a bar
mind
of
carrying
soap.
it. I just don't want to bring soap. He keeps
Okay.
insisting I bathe.
I'm not okay. What if I don't
Come on
make
in,
you
it's
bathe with
hygienic.
it? Because again, stealth is something that I enjoy to utilize, and if I smell like your foot, then I can't sneak up on anyone. They're gonna be like, "Oh, there's a foot over there," and they're gonna smell me before I sneak up on it and stab them in
Ruins the whole
whatever.
thing.
Probably the lower back, depending on how tall they are. 'Cause that's as high as I can get.
The only thing he has an issue with is the rations, because that's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food. You're right.
So he will give you, he can provide you everything else on that list,
All right.
and he can get you 50 days worth of rations.
That's wonderful.
He says the rest, he says it's too much, that just deplete their whole stores, and if people have to go out for any reason.
How much did that come to?
Oh, he says it's free.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
You-
he said you were here, we had this discussion, you know, we've heard through the pipeline from the masters that you're on a noble mission, and this is of importance. And we know that if you were to do something that were to, if we were to need, you know, we're providing you aid and you've helped us out thus far. And if we ever really truly needed assistance, we know that in good faith we could call on you to help.
That's.
Not that we feel like we'd be in that position,
But
But yeah.
if the time came for your particular set of skills, then we know we have an ally somewhere in the world.
that's for sure.
So
Chuck, we really appreciate it.
gouge relief,
Yeah, Chuck. Appreciate
sarcasm,
it.
and stealth. Like if you ever really need some gouge relief, some sarcasm, and some
He's
stealth.
really good at punching stuff.
He was gonna be like more, I guess like stealth, brass balls, and spikes.
Sure. Yeah, I guess. Makes sense.
Stealthy. No.
No, don't even try. Don't even try.
Stealthy spike balls.
Ball spikes.
Spikes.
Made of brass.
Anyway, so we're leaving next Thursday. So if you want to come,
You said 2 days from now. You're lying, aren't you?
Definitely not.
You can
I'm
insight check. if you
I'm
want.
checking.
Give me a deception check to lie.
14.
Uh-huh. It's 3. Well, that gives me a shot.
So you notice as he's going to respond to you,
7.
the other guy reaches out and touches him on the shoulder.
10.
He's totally lying.
You're totally lying!
Ah, you caught me. We are leaving in 2 days.
I don't know if I can trust you.
That's fair. 9.
15. Oh, wait, you said 9?
Yeah.
Oh, my brain, I thought you said 19.
Nope.
You're totally lying!
Ah, you're
Again.
right. We are leaving in a week.
You just don't believe him now.
I don't trust you.
It's fair. I don't really trust me either.
Is Tan Cooper gonna get bigger?
I don't really know. He kind of fell into my porridge at one point. He was a really ugly baby. I thought he was a bird. I mean, he's kind of a bird. But, yeah.
He
He fell into my porridge.
into your porridge. Like
Yes, I'm doing some weird magic nonsense, and then bloop, blop, in my porridge.
Was it?
We became best friends, and then he died. He was really poor.
I don't really know if it's our
I
place
think
to
it might
say.
have to do with the fall.
Yeah. Most not birds don't like fall.
We don't like
I mean-
to talk about it. He's very sensitive about the subject.
Is he?
That's permanent. I mean, like, that's...
I assume so. Every time it comes up, he starts clicking like.
That dragon goes from her foot to her neck.
Okay.
I don't know. Just seems wild. I wouldn't do it.
Do what?
None of your business.
Can I have the pack of cards,
Rude.
please?
No, I'm gonna save these for when you're really bored.
I'm really bored now.
I'm gonna save them for when
Wanna
I
punch
think
my
you're
rock?
really bored.
Do I want to punch your rock?
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm bored.
What kind of rock is it?
It's a hunk of marble.
It is a hunk of marble.
I want to punch it.
Punch it!
Okay.
The monks gave it to me as like a meditation tool. They told me to sculpt it with my fists, which is kind of working. I've just kind of made a dent though. It hasn't been that long.
What does it look like? It was a rectangular block of marble, about maybe.
Oh.
You know, so to be making into sculpture. So what is it?
Right now, there's just a dent in it. It hasn't been that
It's
long.
just like a hole. It's like slightly.
It's like slight concave in one area.
Seems like you need to practice punching that rock. Not me.
Excuse you. I'm mulling over what I want it to be. I'm being artistic.
I know. I would just turn it into rubble, though.
Yeah, but that's not the point of the exercise.
That is the point of my exercises.
It's the point
Well,
of
that's what I did with the ice.
It's the point of all of his exercises.
Turn stuff into rubble.
Yeah. He's real good at it.
I spent 3 days just literally punching rocks.
Ah, that's in my dream.
Yeah.
Actually, we're heading back. No, never mind.
Where are you heading? What do you mean
In
you're
4
heading?
days, we're going to Carrickfern,
Why?
the Dwarven stronghold. It is the Dwarven stronghold.
That's true.
No, I mean about the 4 days thing.
Well,
Nah, we're definitely leaving tomorrow.
So.
I can see you.
what? No, I did it stealthily. You can't.
I'm looking at you.
With a 30 stealth. I don't think you saw it.
I was looking at you.
34
34 stealth.
What am I? What do I have to roll?
Perception.
Perception?
Perception.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to get it anyway.
I didn't even notice.
Which is counterproductive.
Yeah, but now we're talking about it, so clearly it happened.
Well,
I know you
sorry, I didn't even notice.
Too late. I already said it in game.
I don't know if that's how that works, Ted.
Say that one more time.
Ted was typing.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Ah! Who's Ted? Who are you talking to?
He's like, my name is Chuck. I thought we established this.
Can't
Oh, I
even
thought
remember
I was
our
talking to
guy's
the
name.
Velociraptor.
We
Oh,
need.
that's Tad.
That's
Oh,
Tad.
Ted.
Tad with an
Ted.
A.
Yeah, Ted. I got
Yeah.
it.
Tad.
Ted. Got it.
So yeah. Can I please have the deck of cards?
No, I told you that already. That's
Yeah.
in my part of the pack. You got your soap. I would stop complaining.
Wait.
Not very nice.
We got something for me, and I can't have it because I also wanted soap?
Yes.
I don't like that.
So Chuck's like, this is great and all.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Appreciate your banter. And he goes,
Hi, Chuck.
hi Brina. He says, so listen, she's great. She's really strong. You should probably totally take her with you and leave this area for the, we've done our business, and as much fun as I like hearing you guys bicker about cards and soap, I do have other work I need to
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
Oh,
do. Do you need anything else?
real quick, is there anything that you're looking for that we might have?
And he says, nah, I'm just, if you guys have more of, I figured I was going to say if you have more of the stuff that you just took, but if you had it, you wouldn't need to take it. So, but like mundane supplies, that kind of stuff, if you've got extra things that you don't need that we can outfit other people with.
Like these 4 suits of plate mail?
God, not in a monastery. my
Ah.
friend. And he says,
Can you take them and I'll give them to the green guys. They can just turn them into art.
that's a thing
Oh, that's
they
my
might do.
people. That's my group.
Ah, here, you can take them to those guys. Oh.
Help me,
What's
please.
What's
I
your
would, but I'm so little.
My strength is 10.
Okay, so it's average.
Here's a second.
But 4,
No, it's one plate is a lot.
Dad Cooper,
Those 2 together, that's probably the amount of supplies you'll have to carry
help me.
when we leave next week.
Tad Cooper will come and help you. He is able to lift the plate now.
Alright,
Shit.
let's go.
Let me just check one thing about armor. Let me see.
Real quick, that little guy seemed to be able to lift a lot of armor.
Look, man, I've already used all of my willpower not punching her marble. So if you want to bring her, fine.
We kind of need a 4th member.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
What do we need a 4th member for?
They come in handy.
What do we need a 12-year-old for?
So you realize
So I-
when you give her the plate mail, she still moves faster than both of you combined walking with this this encumberment. She's still faster than all of you.
What's
Like,
your
by
movement
a-
speed?
45.
You got a 45 Movement spoon.
Oh
yeah.
It's 4.
It's 45.
It's 45.
It's a
45-foot movement
So it
spoon.
goes down
Yeah.
to 35 when she's carrying this plate mail, but she still moves. She's like, but still moves faster than Oz on his best day.
Not if he's dashing, though.
I mean, she could do it too.
Yeah, but then he could dash again, and they'd be the same.
They could, yeah, but she could also dash.
Well, if she dashes, she'll get to 90, and if he dashes, bonus action dashes, it's
Well,
90.
she could bonus
also.
action dash too.
Ah, shit. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but it costs her a key point.
It does cost her a key.
So eventually,
eventually
get there.
you get there.
Eventually. I don't know. Ember was blowing stuff up. Chongo was doing great things.
Yeah, he was cool.
I don't know. Fourth members tend to come in handy.
Works for watchers too.
Yeah.
I think it's a terrible idea. What do you think, Wave?
Did you guys leave, or are you still like hanging out?
No, we left.
Yeah,
Okay,
we left.
'cause you were
after
like,
she
you're
left.
like, do you want anything? And then you're like,
I've got
here's
this plate mail.
Here's
You
this
didn't
plate
want it.
mail, and okay, I was. 'cause
I
it was
also
just-
have a table back in our room. There's a big table. Carry the plate mail on, so it's sturdy. If you want that.
He's like, oh, I can't use it, but other people probably
Nah,
could.
we'll just leave it in the common area. So we're gonna put a free sign on it or something.
Yeah.
Alright, Chuck, have a wonderful day.
And he's like, you guys too. Good luck in the tunnels. But now, seriously, she's like so strong. You should totally take her away from here.
Sounds like you're annoyed by her.
He's like, I am, but like there is some truth to that.
Ah,
Tattoos are pretty cool, but that's not really my thing.
that's not really my thing either.
I'd like it to be my thing, but in a life of crime, you don't really want identifying markers like that.
Because you could get like a really cute one on your lower back and no one would know.
Ah, that's a great idea.
He's
We
like,
might
stay
do
here
that.
long enough, they teach you.
Maybe get a hippogriff.
He goes, yeah, I don't know what that would do, but it might do something.
Wait, that.
They do things. Like magic things.
Maybe it'd help me fly. Maybe
Right.
I could fly with a hippogriff lower back tattoo.
He goes, man, I don't get it. He goes, I just like hitting stuff. Like, really hard.
Cool.
It's a
Alright.
noble pursuit.
Have a great day.
Goodbye.
Ba-do-ba-boo.
And you guys leave.
Alright.
And you see her, like, significantly up the...
I did not think she'd be that far up.
No. Me neither.
And Tad Cooper is actually a little ahead of her with the plate mail. Like, they're moving pretty speedily. And even though she's got this, she does seem relatively light on her feet. You don't hear any, like, she's not making an excessive amount of noise
When she's not talking.
when she's not
I
talking.
don't know, guys. Can we catch up?
I mean, I could eventually.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Not at this point.
No,
In
she's
the
so,
night.
she's so quick.
Just saying, she snuck up on all of us.
She did
I would like a
scare-
sneaky buddy.
She did scare me.
She punched that ice block into oblivion.
Honestly, if she wasn't 12, I feel like this is a no-brainer. Like a no-brainer, yes.
Yeah, but then again, she's 12.
She is 12. No one can deny that she's 12.
So, that makes it a no-brainer, no.
I don't know.
How old were you when you started adventuring? Out into the world.
Oh, out into the world?
Yeah. That sounded like your home area.
That was like a year ago?
Okay. How old were you?
How old are you now?
26.
So you just graduated school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the academy. We were there.
Yep.
That's why we were all underground.
I mean, I lived there. That's not why I was there.
Thank you, Petey. It defeats the term no-brainer when you need to specify if it's a yes or no.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
Comes
I'm
full circle.
well over 100.
Okay.
She's 12.
Those are different numbers.
Yeah.
You feel like babysitting grandpa.
Fine, whatever. She can
Punches,
come. She
punches,
does.
punches a hole through the egg. Omelets. I do like omelets.
Whatever.
No.
I think it's a bad idea. She needs to get permission from somebody higher
let's
up
talk
than
to
Chuck.
People.
Choose green robes.
Choose green robes.
Talk to that green halfling guy.
Alright.
Okay.
Him and I might see eye to eye on this.
I walk away.
I worked on so many levels.
No, just the one.
Just the eye level.
Just eye level?
Yeah, got me on that one.
All right, so you guys head back out, and at this point, by the time you guys make your way out of the tunnel, you see that she's already like moved it over to like the largely green table with the plate mail, her and Ted Cooper, and they're like discussing and like talking, and you could see people are like nodding, like, oh, what could we do with all this stuff? You guys come into the room and you see that. You see them come into the room out of the hallway, finally having caught up.
What took you guys so long?
I just mosey.
Oh. Alright.
Sure, you can come. We're leaving tomorrow.
Cool!
Why are you having a talking to the halfling?
Fuck it.
I don't. You're the most,
You gotta go get permission from your green
you're the most
guy.
fickle adventurer.
I'm the most fickle.
Why though?
Yes.
You are a tiny
If you want to
child.
come with us,
You're a huge child. You are a very tall child, and we are not responsible for you without, I don't know, some other adult saying it.
yeah, but you need like a permission slip or something.
You guys wanna go talk to them for me?
Not? Sure.
Come with us.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
You
Lead
wanna
the
go?
way.
You gotta come.
All right, before we go to have that conversation, we're going to take a quick break.
Is it a coffee break?
It is a coffee
Please.
break.
I love coffee breaks!
I love coffee.
So thank you. By the way, Chloe Miller-Nardo, who's in the chat there over on YouTube. Yes, sorry for the confusion. This is not Evil Game, but thank you for binge watching almost all of our videos. Awesome.
Thanks!
Thank you to all the new folks that have showed up in chat as well. Again, Bad Gamers 2000, I messaged you in the Twitch chat, but if you missed it and said you guys should do a Curse of Strahd campaign, we did that, and it's done. There's 2 whole seasons on YouTube and Twitch. So it comes out to around 20 episodes for season 1 and about 13 for season 2, though season 2 is largely 5-hour episodes. So you've got roughly probably close to 80 hours of content for Curse of Strahd. I'm not sure on that number exactly, but it's pretty close.
Sounds right.
Yes, PD, you always get back from work when it's time for us to take a break.
Aw.
So
Sorry, man.
we will be back shortly though. We're going to make some coffee
Coffee.
and we will join you guys again. We are back for more Evrand goodness. Thank you again, everybody hanging out in the chat. We appreciate it. And we are going to jump right back in. So the party has they just met Brina and they're having a conversation, and basically we're like, you need to go get permission from like your masters to let you
Whoever.
go. And
Someone.
she was like, I don't really want to go, and you're like, yeah, you should. And she's like, can you guys talk to them for me? And then you were like, no. And now you guys are basically had this, I don't want to call it a standoff, but this discussion. And now I guess the next step is to go up and try to ask the masters to see if she can go.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
so.
Okay.
After you.
Good luck.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying those dice over there?
Yeah. So far, so
So you guys head up to the master table up at the
Mhm.
front. Let's see.
Is the Master of Darkness back?
No. And neither is Changa. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that in the time that you guys have been gone buying supplies, the Master of Light is still there, but the other 2 have left.
Okay.
And you
Would
know,
we have to ask all the masters?
No,
Or
you
we
would just
ask
have to
one?
either ask.
Is it? That's the one that
The half work, yeah.
Yeah, the half orc that Pat made up. Overture too.
Yes, an overture. Good use of. I guess that's a relatively good description.
So yeah, I guess I'll.
Well, you would know. You don't have to ask all of them. You could ask the master of Dew or your personal master that you train with, or convince them to not ask and then just leave. Those are basically what your options are at the moment. So you would know that the Master of Light wouldn't really be the person. While they can provide guidance and probably could let you go, it's not their place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's the one who watches after me? I guess.
Well, I mean, obviously,
to some degree.
yeah, the Master of Dew would be the one who'd be like the overall overseer of your whole order that you're a part of. But we never. That was one of the things that was sort of an open issue before we got to discuss who you actually trained under.
Alright. Guess
Specifically.
we're going to the Master of Dew then.
Gotta find him first.
Yeah. Master of Light.
And you bow, and he looks at you, and he says, and he kind of like, again, it's like a slight incline, not like a full bow, and he's like, Brina.
You seen the Master of Dew?
I mean, he was here, but he said he had business to attend to, and he returned to his quarters. Is there something I can help you with?
So, like, between you and me, what do you think the likelihood of him letting me leave this place is?
He goes, well, you know that your parents paid very much and continue to contribute to the Abbey to make sure that you are safe and are well taken care of.
Yeah.
And letting you leave in what way?
These guys.
To an unknown venture into the tunnels where perhaps there's doom to deal with a potential undead scourge plaguing the land?
Yeah.
And
Basically.
he says, while that does sound like a noble cause, I can't speak for you, but that doesn't sound like something that your parents would be happy with. It doesn't sound like a way to keep you safe. And he says,
That sounds exactly wrong.
and he says, it's not, he says, I won't lie to your parents. Lying is not something that I pride myself on.
Alright. We gotta wait till the Master of Dew comes out of his quarters. I don't want to disrupt him in there. It's not a good way to start this discussion.
Alright.
It's cool. I mean, we were just gonna wait around until tomorrow anyway.
Cool.
So, Rick, can I have a deck of cards?
Oh no, we're definitely not bored enough yet.
What do you mean?
These are in-tunnel supplies. We're not currently in the tunnel, and
What happens
therefore
if
we
you
can't
lose some
use
of the
these
cards?
supplies. I mean, you can't, like...
He won't be asking for anything shortly.
The rations, like, we can't eat those.
Yeah.
And you can't use the soap. Until we're in the tunnels.
Oh, we
That's
have plenty
tunnel
of soap
stuff.
here. You don't need that soap for here. I mean, we could probably
Think
just
about
find
it.
another deck of cards, dude.
Think about it.
Fair.
Nah, I walk away.
Yeah, you can see that, like, at the table where, like,
30 to steal them.
Oh.
Do you know where I put them?
In the bag with the rest of the supplies?
No.
Are you just saying that now?
No. Because I know he wants them. I don't want to just give them to him. I mean, you could probably steal them. He's been successfully stealing whatever he wants anyway.
that's fair. Where are they?
Well, I've got them in my chest hair.
Gross.
I'm freshly washed.
I
Don't
would
worry.
not have searched there. I would have mage-handed in the bag for him.
Okay, yeah, you root around, you don't find them in the bag.
There are cards right there on the table.
Yeah, like you you notice that like some people like that were in green robes like got up and there is what looks to be a deck of cards just like on the table.
Yeah.
Deck of cards.
I can play with it.
Yeah. You pick up the deck of cards off the table.
There.
I sit down with you. You want to maybe gamble?
Yes. I would love that.
Do you want to gamble for anything special or exciting?
I would
We
like
got-
to spend the afternoon compiling a
That's
map
bold.
of the known tunnel system
Okay.
and
Just talking
Yeah,
to
sure.
whoever might have any
How
sort
much
of
gold do you wanna
information about being in there. If they have any like
3?
older books on it, but most importantly, getting like a map of like the
I can do
beginning
3.
of the track.
Sure.
Make me a cartography check. Well, they do this. So how are you guys? How do we want to do this?
Well, first I was
Here we
going
go.
to sleight of hand pocket
For what?
an
I
ace
gotta
or
go.
2.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
4.
Lucky. That's not as good. That is
What kind of
a
a roll? Oh, well, this is for his
Hang on.
sleight
Here.
of hand. I like
sleight
it.
of hand. So that's
Oh, is he cheating right now? Nice.
I'm trying to. That's an 18.
Oh, so this is perception.
Yes, it would be. Well, the thing
Would you
is,
be actively looking?
would you be actively looking?
Can you perceive something that's invisible? Done invisibly?
This wasn't with mage hand.
This is just taking the card.
I'm just sleight of hand.
Would you? The question is, would Wave suspect that Oz would
You-
cheat? Then make a perception
He's a
check.
rogue. Alright, should I re-roll what I...
Did you just roll a perception check?
I
He
rolled
rolled for the.
Oh, for them. Yeah, no, we didn't do that. So roll a perception check.
16.
So he doesn't see it.
15.
Okay. And what's
I
your
don't know these people.
what's your passive?
16.
Okay, so you don't notice, and you don't notice either. You pocket. Make me a perception check. Or were you there for this?
No, I'm leaving to
You
do
weren't there.
actual things.
Cool. All right, yeah. So you pocket some good cards.
Cool.
So everybody can make. We're just gonna go with a. Let's roll it. Everybody roll a d12.
A D30.
You can roll a d30 if everybody's got their
Proficient
30s.
in cards?
Okay, so we'll go with the highest number for this. So
D10?
we're gonna do 10 or
D12,
30.
you said.
Do you have a 30?
I have a 30.
So we'll roll a d30.
Time.
You can add your proficiency bonus number to the roll, which is a 3.
Okay.
And you can add a d6 to your roll because you cheated. Highest number wins.
Oh, I'm not good with this.
15, 23.
19.
19.
Should be the money.
All right.
All right. Good
That
game, Wayne.
ends the first round. Or Wade. Whatever you want to say, Patrick. But
I rolled a 14 for cartography.
How much gold?
6
3
gold.
from each of us, yeah.
Yeah, so you
You won 6.
spent 3, but you got 6. So you're up 6.
Just don't know how much I have written here.
I want to try. I want to try a thing,
Okay. No.
and I just like practice doing 3-card Monty because that's the only reason I want this deck of cards because I want to practice doing 3-card Monty. Find the queen. Find the queen.
Was that a deception check or sleight of hand?
lucky.
That's sleight of hand with a lucky in there.
So, how do I.
Make a perception check.
Plus 2 shot.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, make a perception check.
What if you do it?
Oh,
You're lucky too, don't forget.
I'm lucky. Ah. 15.
24.
You hit it on your way out.
You don't find the queen.
Ah, it's gone.
That one?
Nope.
Okay.
Do it again. Find the queen.
I like how she looked at
She lets
his
the
and
die
I was like,
first.
Cheater.
That's cheating, yeah.
Cheater. As opposed to cheater.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't a roll. Oh no.
Go on.
Was it? It was a roll.
No, it wasn't.
Gotta be on the
That
table.
was not intentional.
can't throw the dice on the floor anyway.
What was the number before? It was an 11.
That's a 3.
Nah, I don't find the queen.
25.
Yeah, I don't find the queen. Okay.
And
That,
we could just like play a fun game.
was that it for the gambling? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. Done gambling, let's just play cards for fun. Kill it some time. Until Rick gets back from being grumpy.
Productive.
He's so grumpy.
Productive.
You're not there.
He has
Productive.
You're not there.
he has a prickly personality.
Yeah, this one. Yeah,
14, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to gather, a crude map. Probably not the best one.
That was
But with
easy.
a little bit of information
Okay.
you're able to pluck from some of the older members of the monastery here, peeking around, you're basically able to feel like you have a pretty good handle on the tunnel system as it
No.
Was.
Yeah.
as it was probably at least, I don't know, about 3,000 feet out from the monastery into the
That's
hills.
a good start.
Because it bumped my dicks.
So,
Alright, I'll spend my
If I
afternoon
start hiding
doing that
somewhere.
research and whatnot.
10 feet.
And then,
Hiding somewhere.
after that, I will prep out some meals so that we have stuff when we start.
let's see.
Nothing. What's your bonus for stealth?
11.
Mine's 11.
Expertise in the 5 decks.
I'm somewhat curious if Nerd Immersion and other streamers can mesh the 2 chat streams together. Not, I can on screen, but I can't merge the 2 chat streams together. Like, you can't see the Twitch on YouTube. If I were to put a chat box on the screen in the chat, yes, I could. Because I can see both YouTube and Twitch. But you guys can't see each other. That's just not how it works, unfortunately. Right, so Rick spends his afternoon doing research, and the rest of you guys played your friendly card game. Anything else?
Can I want to chat.
Okay, chat, yeah. Don't do the thing.
So, you're stealthy, right? You quick hands.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So, like, in the likelihood that they don't let me leave,
Yeah.
would you just take me with you anyway?
Like me personally, or like everyone?
Really, yeah.
Rick, probably not. Wave, who knows? When they said no, that made me want to do it more, so...
What if I could pay you?
Rick does like money. How much would you pay?
I mean, I just know it's a lot.
A lot, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know where it is.
Oh.
They just don't give it to me.
Then how would you give it to me,
That's why
personally?
it's stealthy. We just kind of.
Oh. Yeah, I can do that.
Very cool.
But it's your money, right?
Yeah, so it's not technically stealing.
Because these guys have been like really nice to us.
Oh yeah, they basically raised me. Since I was a kid.
You're still a kid.
I don't know that that's true.
I do, so that works out.
Says the one who's shorter than me.
That's racist. That is
What do you
racist.
mean? How is that racist?
Meaningful eye contact out of the game.
I popped out for a second.
My race is short. We're short folk. You would know that being trained by a halfling.
Yeah. Everybody makes me feel small because of my age, so I make you feel small because you're small.
Oh, that's not how you make friends. Making other people feel sad because you're sad is a bad way to try and make friends. Try and make other people feel happy by like giving them money. It always makes me happy.
That was little money. That's great.
What? She doesn't know.
I know, it's just,
I know.
it's perfect.
So yeah, I mean, I think that would work. That would work out.
I have money to
we'll
buy
talk.
trinkets. I'm okay.
Alright, well, we'll see what happens.
I'm
Brina
Brina.
sends them from far
I'm
away.
on Team Brina.
Further
You just
road.
need to learn when to talk less, especially
What do you mean?
if we're... See, like, you couldn't even let me finish my sentence without talking. That's a bad sign.
I don't know that that's true.
I do. This was working out. I'm educating you so much. So, yeah, like, when we're...
Tad Cooper's like, what's going on with this
He's
guy?
on my side. So, like, when we're sneaking, like, when we're in the tunnels, if there might be bad guys, so we need to be quiet so they don't murder us.
Oh, I'm good at being quiet.
Are you?
Sometimes.
Okay. For how long at a time, though?
It hasn't been quantified, so who knows? We'll find out. It'll be an adventure together.
Okay. I'm gonna warn you that I have almost died a lot just getting here, and we're heading to something more dangerous than that.
Okay.
So please don't cause me to almost die again.
Or die.
I promise nothing, but I will do my best.
That's all I can ask for.
Alright, so I got a map.
Was,
Of what?
was
Of
Wade
the
privy
underground.
to this whole conversation, or what was it? Were you just?
I don't know. He's zoning out.
Yeah, you just
I went and did my own thing, got some food.
okay, just hanging out. Do anything specific? You got a map. You guys were just talking. Were you doing anything specific, just so I don't leave you out? Looking for anything specific?
Waiting for tomorrow.
Doing some praying.
Not yet.
Cool. Make me a religion check.
Not until after I'm done with my life.
Okay.
Because then they could be like, oh, this guy's a tattoo.
13.
You know, you just feel it's a good, safety, like a security blanket. Feels good.
Can I see you
You don't-
paint something first?
Painting is a lot different than tattooing.
No, it's
Painting's
not.
all smooth and pretty, and tattooing's like a bunch of tiny punches.
I like this girl.
It's true because this is D&D tattooing, so it is just like a bunch of tiny needle punches rather than
With
like
ink.
painting.
That's fair, but
See,
the
my tattoo set has just tiny little punch, like fists, let's speak.
oh, then I'm gonna politely decline the offer for a tattoo.
I get a tattoo done in one punch.
Ow.
Yeah,
That tattoo would last forever, though. It would go so deep into the skin.
that's my goal with every tattoo I get.
You might get blood poisoning, though, so like, watch
Nah,
out.
not with adamantine. It's not gonna leave any residue behind.
No, but like if the ink gets into your bloodstream,
Oh, yeah.
if you go too far down.
Yes, you're right.
That
I'm
is
sorry.
something you
I
need
know
to
how
look
to
out for.
tattoo.
Wow, that's good.
Clearly.
Do I see the guy in the green robe, the halfling?
No.
Ah, shit.
Oh, you're back. So, what did you get a map of? The tunnels?
I got the first, like, almost a mile of tunnel systems.
Oh, cool.
So I talked to some old folks around here, and they gave me some pointers, some tips. So, I mean, we can at least start in the right direction.
Cool. That sounds like a great thing.
Yep, pretty productive afternoon. I'm gonna go eat.
Cool.
Alright, and then I'm gonna go clean my armor. And then I'm gonna go clean my sword. And then my axe. And then my other sword. And then I'm going to bed so we can get an early start tomorrow. We're gonna leave
How early is early?
6 a.m.
Eh.
Cool.
Alright,
Yeah. Where's the entrance to the tunnel system?
where's the entrance to the tunnel?
The true questions.
Aha.
There is a way to get there basically through the, where there's the walls around the outside. Basically, if you go out of the courtyard, there's a walkway and like a hallway that continues around the perimeter. And when you kind of get around the back of the wall where it's recessed into the mountain, there's a door there that leads into the tunnels. It's pretty much like it's been barred up and no one really uses it anymore because that's not a function that they've really decided to continue to explore.
Cool. I'll let you know.
Cool.
So eventually, as you guys are like sitting around for dinner, all of the masters reconvene, except for the Master of Darkness and no Chongo either.
Pretty guy. You missed out. He learned you something important, I'm sure.
I've been educating her a bunch today.
Oh,
So we're
great.
doing well. Yeah.
Whatever he says, listen to him. He's pretty smart.
Thank you.
Also, not terribly moral, so I don't know if that's the thing you care about.
Fair. Fair point.
And the 3-card Monty thing,
Yeah.
You tell her how it works?
No, she hasn't found the queen yet. When she
Oh.
finds the queen, I'll tell her how it works.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Fine, I'll leave to go clean that up.
Okay. So you guys are all eating dinner and then you get up to leave.
Yeah, these guys can go talk to him.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
What?
He's leaving, so we have to go talk to him.
Oh.
That was the oh shit.
Yeah. So I guess Rick gets up to leave after dinner,
Hmm.
and then they're gonna leave you to go talk to the
I
master. I
guess.
guess. Is that what you're gonna do?
I guess might as well give it a try.
So you go
Good
up
luck. For full.
to the master, and they all kind of see you approach, and the master of light kind of signals to the master of dew. They have this conversation, like they seemingly have talked about this at some point today. And he looks to you and he says, "So, I hear you have a question for me. Brina, what would you like to ask?"
I was wondering if I would gain permission to go with these cool people and go adventure in some tunnels.
And he sits back in his chair and he kind of strokes his bare chin and he thinks about it and he says, "Well, it does sound like it is a noble cause, though this really flies in the face of everything your parents have instructed us to do." And he goes,
Compelling argument.
He says, "I would love to allow you to leave and seek your own path for learning. And while that is something that will likely you'll be able to do, you, at this point, I feel you still have much to learn, and you we wouldn't want anything to happen to you."
These guys will look out for me.
And they look.
And I got Dan Cooper.
And like,
I'm leaving right now.
what?
I'm walking out. Like, I've
Okay.
left the area.
And I got Dan Cooper. I am her protector.
And he's like, he seems uncertain, and there's kind of like murmuring amongst the other masters.
When she points to us, I'll shrug and nod.
Okay.
Yes.
You would hear this because it's you know, when the masters talk, it's relatively quiet as this discussion is happening as you're walking out. And he's like, says I'm not. And he just seems like torn about how to respond to this. At which point, what was it, an Amber Man?
Yeah.
What is your?
My notes from last time. Wall walking through Amber Man.
An Amber Man walks through the wall next to where you are when you're leaving, and like walks up the podium, this astral form, and kind of rests an astral hand on the Master of Dew's shoulder and says, "Perhaps it is time to let her test how much she's learned. You have taught her well, as have your pupils. So, if she is worthy to go," and he will look to you, and if I don't know if you stop.
Yeah. When
And he
Amber
will
Man
say-
came through, I was like, oh, shit.
And he will look to one of you and he says, "Perhaps one of you, those who she will be potentially traveling with, perhaps one of you," and he like looks at all of you and he says, "I see the skepticism in all of your minds and your hearts. Perhaps one of you should challenge her to a fight and see who would win. Perhaps this will help to improve your opinion of her abilities," and he looks down to the Master of Dew. "Perhaps this will be a true test to show you that she is ready to move beyond these walls. One must honor one's family and their wishes, but one must be their own person and seek out their own destiny." And then he says, I have other work I must attend to. And he just into like glitter, like gold glitter fireflies. Just disappears.
That was super cool.
This is maybe like the third time you've seen him since you've been here. He doesn't come out too much unless there's important things.
Yeah, well, he came out for me. That's super cool.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And like he trained all of the masters personally
What should we do?
when he was much younger.
I don't know.
Hey man, you were Mr. Skeptical. I was on team
So,
bringing her around. I don't want to fight a child.
The master of Dew stands up and he says, well, and like the whole place hushed when this was going on. He says, I guess, follow me. And he points to all of you and like he gestures to a door in the back. And you guys go through that door, and then like as soon as you guys start to get through that door, you hear the sound of like all of the benches and chairs just sliding out as people are like getting up to figure out what's going on.
There's no good answer here.
While we're walking, I want to sidle up next to the Master of Dew and be like, so have you heard from the Master of Darkness at all?
And he says, I tried to inquire, but she told me to go away. She's busy.
So it would be a safe bet for
I
us
also
to...
heard bongo music from
Yeah, so we should probably not wait for Chango, is what I'm gathering.
I guess.
I guess.
Are you gonna fight her?
So then you guys you're taken you're taken out into an open courtyard where it seems to be imagine, if you will,
Really, right?
the ground field in the Indigo League Plateau Pokemon League.
All right.
So it's dirt ground, there's a couple of white boxes, and there's an arena that's slowly piling in with shades of green and red and black and white. And there's like there is kind of like a box where like the masters will head over and the Master of Dew will turn to you, Brina, and say, well, you wanted to leave. Apparently the Grandmaster thinks this is a proper test, and who am I to question his wisdom? So he'll gesture to you to a sort of a box off to the left, and then he'll turn to the three of you and says, which of you would like to be the one to test her in combat?
Best case scenario is you beat up a little girl. Worst case scenario is you get beaten up by a little girl. That's really not an appealing group of options.
And he looks to you all and he says, when hearing all of this, he says, perhaps it is best to not think of her as a little girl, but as a novice monk, if that helps to make you a little more at ease.
I guess the question is, how do we want to look at this? Like, I feel like the best choice to win is you, Rick.
Probably.
And the second best choice to win is you, Wave. And the third best chance to win is me.
So you're saying you don't want to
do we want to win, or do we not want to win?
Yeah, I don't care. I'll kick her ass.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so did you step into the ring?
Yeah.
Alright, so you step into the ring.
Ah,
Alright.
oh, I'm really too old for this.
I used up all my luckies already.
I figured that.
So, I don't really want
The bonus action. punches?
Yeah.
Do I have to take the attack?
Yes.
action?
To do the flurry of blows, yes. Does that change things?
Does using one of my tattoos count as an attack action?
Depends. If you're using the one I think you're talking about, that is an action to do that. So it'd be your whole action. It doesn't count as an attack. It's separate. Sorry.
It's okay.
So we'll say Rick, and we'll just use Ember until I get a mini for Brina. So we're gonna say that basically it's. We'll say that this square is the
Alright.
arena.
Is Ted Cooper with me?
He is, but he's not being tested.
Okay.
You are.
Fair.
that is the scenario here. So this is your arena right here.
Right.
Mhm.
This square.
Okay.
It's just dirt, not difficult terrain.
Each thing is 5.
Each thing is 5. And he kind of walks the Master of Dew steps out into the middle.
Wave. You want to play a drinking game? Every time one of them gets hit, we take a drink.
And he says,
Roll for initiative.
fighters, are you ready? Any last minute preparations required before this starts?
Rick, you want me to slap you?
Do you want to slap me?
No, to help you with your, the thing. Your rage. Would that help?
And he
Just not
says,
help.
if not, we shall start.
I don't want you to slap me.
Okay.
And he says, all right then,
I'm totally not going to do that.
roll for initiative.
You should have guided me.
Ah, boo.
9.
10!
All right,
It's
so
an ability check.
you are up first. Brina, what would you like to do?
The thing that I was thinking about doing, that,
Yeah,
if he passes, does he still take half?
half, yes. You have gotten the drop on him, so...
Oh, now?
Yeah. So yes,
Okay.
You didn't get a chance to prepare anything. He didn't get a chance to prepare anything. So do what you like.
Cool. I'm gonna spend 2 key points. 2.
Okay. So that will So that's
Move up to me a little? What's the
So
Range.
Don't help her.
No, he's within range.
No, he is within range.
Oh, great.
So yeah, 2 would be 46.
Yep.
So dexterity saving throw.
Oh, those are great for me. But I can see it.
You can't see, so you have advantage.
4,
Not
8.
great.
8.
8.
8.
So go ahead and roll 4d6.
16.
You take 16 points of fire damage as you watch as the dragon tattoo on her leg kind of begins to flourish and move to life as she breathes a 30-foot cone of fire and engulfs you. That was your action. You do still have your bonus action if you'd like to
Yes.
use that for anything.
I'm gonna use it to do armor bank.
No. Okay. So you watch as the tattoos on her body begin to swirl around and seem to provide some sort of ward around her ready to return.
Does that count as a hit?
I guess.
Frank.
See, now you're just pissing me off. I'm going to rage as bonus action.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna walk right up to you. And then I am gonna use my first attack to grapple you.
Okay, so you're gonna make an athletics check versus your acrobatics.
Or athletics.
Or athletics, but probably acrobatics to get out of it. Oof, that's pretty good.
Athletics, which is
13.
oh, that's a plus
You
11
do, you-
now. So that's 29.
Yeah.
So you are grappled with his first attack.
All right.
Oh no.
He's got you grappled.
Oh
Oh, you take some damage, right? Or no?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Doesn't count. Yeah.
Okay.
That's when her
So
turn
she's
starts.
grappled.
And then I would like to push her to the ground.
Okay, and that's another. Is that an athletics versus athletics?
I thought that it was a push as an attack.
No, it's a check, I think. It uses an attack. Let me see. Shoving. Instead of making an attack roll, you make an athletics check contested by the target's strength or athletics. Or strength or acrobatics. So, you make another athletics check.
All
This
right.
is another acrobatics check for you, Celine.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
So that is a 21.
19.
Okay, you are prone on the ground.
And grappled. So your
And-
speed is 0.
Yes. Okay, that was your
That's-
action and your bonus action.
Yep.
You are on the
So does
ground.
that mean he's on the ground with me?
No, he's just holding you on the ground. So it is your turn. You are prone. You can't stand up because you don't have any movement.
Okay.
So your options are to either attack him from the ground, or do something else, or try to break the grapple as your whole action.
But to try to break the grapple to strength, right?
No, it's an acrobatics again, but it's
at disadvantage.
It's
because she's on the ground. She's prone. Right? I don't know.
I don't think so. Nope, not at all.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's an acrobatics check against
My athletics.
against his athletics, but your attack rolls while on the ground are at disadvantage. So it's up to you.
So like, I can punch him from the ground?
Yeah, it's just a disadvantage. Or do something else.
Well,
I just noticed that the magnets ripped part
Yeah.
of the box out.
the magnet from the box
Yeah.
got ripped out. Yeah. I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
All right.
So this is a disadvantage. Did you wanna? Are you doing anything else?
If I... Would I be able to stun him from down here?
Yeah.
So if he's stunned, can I get out of the grapple?
I think so. Is incapacitated, fails dexterity and strength saving throws automatically.
Alright.
I would imagine that would release you from.
So I'm gonna attack and try...
So yeah, well, it's you decide. Yeah, so it's attack. I think it's when you hit you decide if this is
Oh,
sonic
okay.
strike.
Cool.
So it's an attack at disadvantage.
19.
That hits.
All right.
You
so
take 2 damage.
You take 2 damage. Yeah.
1, because
Let's see.
Alright, no, it's until the beginning of
The
my
beginning of your turn.
turn. Okay, so I take 2.
2 points, and you take. How much damage does he take? So roll
He
damage.
takes 9.
So I take 5.
5, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
21.
No, he's not stunned. That's attack number 1.
That's fair.
So that is 3 total key points.
Yes.
Anything else? So you got another attack. Obviously, as part of your attack action.
2
That's a bonus action.
bonus action?
Yep, you can do that in between.
Okay.
So you can do that now if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so you watch, and how did you want to describe this as happens? So fists punch together and,
Boom, boom. And then spreading from here.
yeah, like the ink from the tattoos spreads.
No, we did lightning.
Lightning. Did we do lightning?
Yeah.
We had decided. That's
No,
what
we
were.
did. You
What's
circled it in your
happening
book.
now?
I did circle it in my book.
Yeah.
That's right. It was thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder. That's right.
Thunder
Okay.
crackles.
Yes. Around her fists. And
Ah.
then go ahead and punch as an action. So this is your second attack at disadvantage.
16? Dang it. Lucky? Can I use lucky for it?
How many luckies did you
She
use?
used-
I only used 2.
She does have a third one,
Yeah.
yeah. That's just one.
It's just 1?
That's just one.
Oh.
So you had an 11 and you re-roll the 1. Or you don't.
Okay.
You roll another one.
What
So-
was your... So you take the higher one and you keep it, and then you reload the...
Yeah, so
Oh, okay,
11
so I
or
had-
whatever the new one is. So just roll another one.
Yeah.
We'll call it 11 and then whatever this is.
There it is. 28.
28 hits, yeah.
So we had to roll 2d6.
Alright, you take 2 damage.
That's fair.
Now one of those is thunder damage. Keep that separate.
Cool.
What are the d6s?
9 normal,
Alright.
4 thunder.
Yeah. And that was your action and your bonus action. Okay. Rick.
I am... Nice try, kid. I'm going to...
Yes, it was.
Cheers! Cheers!
Brina, you have an advantage.
Thanks.
Heated.
I'm going to attack recklessly. Gain some temporary hit points.
I was about to say, you already have advantage.
Gain some temporary hit points.
That's what I didn't realize. Was a
Yes.
And then I am going to punch you right in the face. Ideally. Nope. Unless a 15 hits.
Nope.
So I'll punch you right in the face a second time. Unless 16 hits.
Nope.
Ah, sorry.
It is.
Shit,
It is
I
your-
did not expect that.
It is your turn.
Um.
And your fists are still wreathed in thunderous energy. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep punching him.
Now you have regular.
Yeah.
Because you attack recklessly.
Oh yeah. So you just roll regular.
21.
That hits. You take 2 damage.
Cool. 8 normal, 2 thunder.
Alright, so 6. Oh. Temporary ones first.
Second attack.
Mm, 25.
Alright. You take 2 points of damage.
Ah. Okay. Oh, butts. 8 normal, 1 thunder.
Alright.
And then you can bonus action always do 1 punch, and you can flurry of blows to do 2, spending another key point. But you can always do 1. So
Yeah, well,
do that one, and then you decide if you want to.
28.
Alright, you take 2 points of damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're getting there.
Yeah. Slowly and
Oh my god,
and
that's
she-
Wait,
crap.
Sean, taking damage.
8 and 2.
8 and 2. Cool.
Oh, good. And then if you would like to flurry of blows for a key point, you can do a
Not
4th
call.
attack, but or not, and then not spend any key points.
Mm,
Did you take your 6 damage then?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've marked.
Come on, Sean, catch up.
Sunshine,
What?
can I get the seltzer from the fridge?
Sure.
Can you drink some of it?
Sure.
Thank
Don't shut the door all the way when it doesn't do that.
What do you got?
Yeah.
One more?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start laughing, and she keeps just like punching me.
That's fair. 25.
Yep. You take 2 damage.
Yeah. Cool. 10 normal, 5 thunder.
Rick, it's your turn.
I
She's been pummeling away at you, even though you're holding her prone on the ground.
Try hitting her!
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
I
just
take
try
out the
hitting
Titan
me.
Blade. And I use my bonus action to increase its
You
size.
can't grapple her and wield a two-handed
She's
weapon.
prone on the ground right now.
She's prone on the ground, so you let go of the grapple.
Let go of the grapple.
So you're no longer grappled.
Okay.
Bonus
Yeah.
action. Increase the size. So you see, I've got this massive greatsword, and then I'm just like, "Hoo-ah!" and just,
Yep.
Cool.
and then I'm going to attack recklessly. Just gonna give me some temporary hit points.
How many?
7.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And then I'm going to attack you twice. With a 22.
That will hit.
Alright. That will deal 3d6 plus 7, right? 5.
Yeah.
So that is 11, 18. And then I'm going to do it again. Good advice.
Let me just see one thing about the Titan Blade, because I can't remember if it's immediately after you attack.
It's at the end of my turn.
End of your turn, is that when it is? Okay.
Pretty sure.
I believe you. But I'm still going to check, even though I believe you.
Trust but verify.
Every round, yeah.
Yeah. And it's what? It's just a DC
Starts off with DC 15.
15. Alright. So,
This is a 17.
alright, and then what is it? That's a 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here we go. And that is 17 damage.
Now I need at the end of your
You
round.
got spunk, kid.
At the end of your round, I need you
Gross.
to make a strength save at advantage because you're rated. That's good. So you keep the blade at its current size.
Ah.
It is your turn. What
Cool.
would you like to do?
On the ground right now?
Oh, but you can stand up now.
Alright, well, I
Half
stand
of your
up.
movement.
Yes, half of your movement to stand up.
I'm gonna use a key point
Mm-hmm.
to disengage as a bonus action.
Sure. You can do that.
And then I'm gonna run away.
Okay. Which way? Because you only have now 22 and a half feet of movement because you used 45 to stand up. Or, I'm sorry, 22 and a half to stand up.
Yeah.
Is your 45
You
feet
use
of movement?
half your movement.
Half
to
your
stand.
movement to stand up.
Boom. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna. I can go diagonal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 10, 15, 20, 24.
Whatever. Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Cool. And then I'm
And
gonna
that was your
act.
bonus action.
And then as an action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna heal.
Yeah, that's fine. So you watch as this tattoo of some sort of plant root activates. How much are you going to heal for? Max is 30.
Yeah. All of it. Might as well.
And you watch as the wounds that are there just seal back up. You get 30 hit points back.
Wonderful. I'm gonna.
And then you're just gonna have it again, but hey! I'm trying.
Yep. And then tiny blade, bigger again,
It gets even bigger, this sword now.
and I'm gonna just give like a sweeping slice at you, recklessly. Oh,
It's doing good.
26.
That spin down.
Damn, good.
46.
I cast Guiding Bolt. That's not bad.
That's okay. It's
Better than
Good for-
average
good for Jake.
me. So that is 12, 14 plus 7, 21. And then I'm going to do it again.
This is an 18.
Ah,
dude.
that is 25.
yeah.
It's not really fair now, is it?
Ooh,
That's pretty rough.
that might be
10,
That might be it.
16 plus 7 is 23.
it. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. She goes unconscious.
And I'm gonna turn it sideways and just batter right across the side of the head with the flat of the blade. Boom!
Now I need you to make me a strength saving throw. DC 20.
You know what? I'm just gonna throw it down and like, oh!
Yeah?
And it hits the ground, and then it. And
Thanks, Oz.
It shrinks back to normal size.
She's got spunk.
I was impressed. I mean, you had her on the ground and you still couldn't punch her.
Yeah, she was dodgy.
She was feisty.
That's why I decided to use the sword.
Fair.
Works well.
Yeah. That got bigger than I expected it to.
I feel like I could do it again.
It was like 4 times bigger than me.
Maybe more. It felt heavier than you. More than 4 times.
Well, I'm lighter than most metal things my size.
I'm gonna pick her up.
Hmm?
Wake her up.
You wake up.
Hey. Not bad.
Thanks. I guess.
Now put her down on her feet.
Is his hand still spiky?
Yeah, but I'm delicate. When
Yeah,
I
we'll
want.
say-
Yeah, but you slapped me across the face, so.
We'll say it's not spiked on the palm.
Yeah. I was giving you a
That'd,
tap.
that'd be silly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because then I wouldn't be able to hold the blades.
Or hold them the best.
Or hold it. Well, I can't drop it now.
Loophole.
You crying a little?
Oh no.
I'm talking to Brina.
No, I know. No.
Oh,
Wiping some of those blood
ah.
from, getting hit with some bird across the head. Since it happened.
I could hit a good deal harder than that too. Let's take it
Thanks
easy.
for
on
not.
you. Yeah.
I guess.
I'm gonna hop down and run over them. See, what did I tell you?
I had the best chance.
Oh, I meant when I said you should try hitting her.
Oh, yeah, that was the best
Great advice.
Yeah.
Here's my advice. But you put up a good fight, kid.
Thanks.
I feel like one-on-one,
Yeah.
you could probably hurt me. A lot.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine bringing her along, man. Not everyone can last 3 rounds with Rick.
What is the crowd's reaction to all this?
They're monks, so they're all relatively well disciplined. So there's like, no one's like, it's not like, you know, yeah, it's not like the Karate Kid moment where everybody's like losing their mind.
Well, because he cheated.
Oh yeah, that's
In
true.
Karate Kid, yeah.
Yeah, you can't kick to the face.
Can't kick to the face. He won with a kick to the face.
Yeah,
He cheated.
to be fair.
The ref call it?
No. The bad ref.
Bad ref more than anything.
That's
Well,
fair.
they also let him, you know, essentially break his leg.
Yeah. Also, probably against rules.
Probably, yeah.
Anyway,
Extenuating circumstances.
so the monks are subdued.
Yeah, but they are respectful of.
Of my prowess.
They're respectful of your prowess in full spiked armor and a giant magic sword versus a 12-year-old girl with.
That's all I'm
fists.
Don't think about her like a 12-year-old girl. Think
Oh,
of
that's
her
not what-
as
that's
a
not-
monk initiate.
Yeah. but
Yeah,
not-
no, right. I'm describing this as Ted, not as
Okay,
the
cool.
monks.
No, okay.
But yeah,
So yeah, we leave first thing tomorrow.
We
should turn
don't
in.
know if she got permission yet.
I mean, the Grand Master said, like, you should try it out, maybe. I feel like she did. I'm gonna assume she did.
Is the Grandmaster, like, around?
you don't see him.
You want to come still?
Kinda. I've been stuck here for 7 years, so, you know, be cool to see, you know, the
Ground?
outside
Not outside.
of, you know, well, it's just true.
The inside.
The inside of the mountain? That's what you're stoked
Well,
for?
I was gonna say just something different,
Different.
than this landscape.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, you did a lot better than I thought you were gonna.
Thanks.
And she didn't even have Tad Cooper with her.
No?
That's true.
What does he do? Does he breathe fire too?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not that I've, you know,
How long do your, loud hands last?
about a minute
Ah,
from my guesstimation.
that's pretty good.
That's how long my invisible hand lasts.
The real trick
These hands are forever.
would have been to just go and just start pummeling him on round 1, because no resistance on round 1. Because you beat him before he could rage.
Okay.
4 strikes with full damage.
That's
how I always beat Rick.
Gotcha.
Fuck adamantine armor. I'm just gonna get him before he rages. Everybody gets to drop on Rick,
Everybody gets a drop on Rick.
unless Chongo's here. Then he's alert.
Yeah.
We're gonna rematch at some point.
Nah, I don't do rematches.
It's true, I've never seen him fight someone twice.
Everything I fight usually dies.
Yeah, they're all dead.
I'll get that fight.
I feel like, good luck.
That'd be a birthday present.
Okay.
So yeah, the
Couple of months.
You know, just spend the rest of the night punching your marble.
No,
It'll toughen you up.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Oh, come on, don't be lame. Punch your marble. At least an hour before bed.
That's true. I like punching it.
Alright.
I'm the Marvel IRL. So yeah.
Wave.
We got a little
Shit out of that 12-year-old.
But I can do the same.
Bet I could beat the shit
Oh, and
out
I've
of you,
decided
though.
I'm
Bet you I
making
beat the shit out
a
of you.
sculpture.
Well,
of
maybe
that.
right now,
Gotcha.
but in general,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
we'll have to try
I
sometime.
don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like she could beat Wave,
not
but the armor, your new armor, puts Wave at a pretty solid advantage. Because the retributive
ability.
ice damage.
And
Yeah.
the 5 hit points.
Per
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we could all agree.
That Oz would have the hardest time.
Yep.
Well,
Disengage. We're back. Shoot. Ow. Whoo.
catch,
Oh, yeah.
throw back, reduce the damage every turn.
Stab. Disengage.
Whip against you.
The problem.
Bow against you.
Yeah.
Short sword against you.
Yeah, I mean, the short sword against her would be the best, but you'd have to find, if you didn't have your owl, you'd have no way to get advantage,
Yeah.
so you'd never have sneak
Yeah.
attack.
That's the saving grace, is that they're all melee, pretty much. So owl is good. Unless you throw a javelin, which would probably be your first move. I'm not going to win this fight.
That's fair.
My best option is hit someone like 2 or 3 times and then hope to roll really high on sleep.
Yeah, no.
Knock 'em down!
No elves here.
Yep.
So, yeah, the master of Dew will come over, and he does seem impressed with the recognizing that there's an age and a history here of training and fighting for seemingly a lot longer than your current accoutrement allows, dictates.
He's Rick the Brick.
To be fair, I only really spent like 3 days working in this armor.
Yeah, but like since then, you've been
Yeah,
in it
since
for
then.
months.
Oh, almost
It
constantly.
smells like.
I cleaned this armor, and I showered yesterday. I bathed yesterday.
I was being a dick.
Anyway,
So he agrees to allow you to go on a preliminary basis. So he says, we'll see how this goes. And then perhaps...
I'll send updates. Are you gonna tell my parents I'm leaving?
And he's like, well, we promised to keep you safe and to send them updates on your status. So we can do that, but you'll be safe-ish. Maybe, yeah. So perhaps it's
It'll be fine.
That's what I need.
perhaps it would be best to not tell them, to not provide all of the information.
I mean, if you send them a
Like
report
style
today
That's true.
and say she's here, she's safe, she's working hard, that's the truth.
And he's like, we'll convene on this. But it seems as though, based on the Grandmaster's wisdom, you would be allowed to leave.
Okay. Like, permanently? Do you want me to come back at some point?
I mean, it would probably, your training isn't over.
Oh, yeah.
So, at some point.
Yeah, I know. I wiped. That's why I said fun. Because I forgot I had makeup on. I wiped my eye.
Once Brina walks away.
Oh, wait. Before I do. So, when I go...
Make me a persuasion check with that wonderful argument you have there.
Oh, no. I'm not good at persuasion.
He's traded that out.
Yep.
You still, did you use your last lucky?
No.
Oh.
And you have the advantage from Katie.
Petey.
Petey?
Yeah,
I thought
Petey.
you said Katie.
No.
+1.
So you can technically roll 3 times.
No. It's not great. +1? 8.
Oof.
Well, you're just gonna send a cat out into the world with no provision? It's
Builds character.
It's technically mine.
And he just kind of like looks at you like you can't use the argument that you're a grown up to leave and use an argument that you're a kid to get what you want.
Think about it as an advance on my allowances.
The fact that she used the word allowance makes me want to say she can't come.
Oh, that's
Hey, get an allowance. Don't judge me.
roll me a
My
percentile.
stipend.
Roll me a percentile.
Better. Stipend's better.
She has a structured settlement.
Ooh. Does she need cash now?
Percentiles?
Yes, Wentworth. That's the name of your master.
Master Wentworth.
She has an annuity and she needs bits
67.
now.
Jake.
67.
Okay. So, 67, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. So he will say that he will give you. He says, so to ensure that you do return at some point, at least to finish your training or provide an update and show us what you've learned. He says, I will give you 1/3 of your allowance,
Fair.
or 1/3 of
Inherent.
your trust.
Ah, yes.
And he will say, come with me. He will take you into the vault. You guys are not allowed.
Fair.
Yeah.
And he will basically go to where you know your savings to be, your Gringotts vault, if you will. And he will parse out a chunk of it and hand it to you. 2,500 gold.
Damn.
Dinner's on her.
You don't know how much I have.
It's true.
I used Sean's voice, not Oz's voice. That was out of the game. Okay.
Obviously.
You didn't put your
Oh, no,
hand
no,
on
no.
your
We have
nose?
long established that if Sean's talking in his regular voice, then that's
It's out of game.
game.
It's out of game.
Because I try and call him out on it all the time, and it never works.
No, it's out of game. That's why I have character voices now.
See, we needed it with Flint, because Flint was Sean.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah.
You could just say it's a good point. Like, he had just spoken to you out of game.
It's a good
like,
point.
I don't know why that makes it better.
Makes it funnier.
It certainly does. You got 3 chuckles and a pat out of it.
She might have broke my nose.
Who did?
But Brina.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
Wait, bend over. Let me see. You got your nose. Look at it. I got it. Got your nose.
Rick is having a very vivid imagining of just punching you as hard as he can right in the face
Look at
right
it.
now.
Look at it. I got it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and convey the fact that I'm really thinking about punching you straight in your nose.
Are you wearing your helmet?
Yeah.
Oh, then I can't see your facial expression.
You just see glowing
I
eyes.
just see glowing
You
eyes.
can see his face.
Yeah, it's.
I thought it was just blackness and glowing red eyes.
No, it's just
No,
red.
I said it was blackness, but it
No.
never
No,
was.
it's a
No,
big
it's
white beard.
It's the beard and it's the red eyes, but you can still make out his face.
Ah,
It's
okay.
got
I
like one of the
misunderstood.
you know,
Yeah.
comes down over the nose,
I misunderstood.
Now I got blood coming.
like a Gimli-ish helm, if you will, extrapolated to fit this. But so it's down, comes down, covers the nose, but you can see the eyes are glowing bright red, and there's still big old Santa beard,
Okay.
and then face in there.
Dude, it's just a joke. I don't actually have your nose. It was my thumb the whole time. You don't have to get so cranky. Like, look, you ready? It's back.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go to bed. See you tomorrow morning.
6 o'clock.
Sure.
It's not when we wake up. That's when we leave.
That's when we leave, yeah.
Okay.
So I gotta be up at 5:57.
It's fine. Wait, you got anything else to do today? Good fight out there today, kid.
So I'm guessing that you don't need to, like, we don't need to do the, we don't have to steal your money because you just, like, got some.
Yeah. Next time.
Now you know there's a vault here, though.
Yeah, but I didn't want to,
Steal today.
I didn't want to steal from them. I wanted to steal her stuff for her.
Right.
These people are great. I'm not going to take their shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go to sleep. To set out at 6 a.m. the next morning. There was nothing else that was happening tonight, and you guys are all provisioned up
Mm-hmm.
as best you could be.
Yep.
Just waiting for, hoping to hear from Django.
I can make
It's not the thing.
And yeah, as the morning light breaks through and you guys begin to awake the next morning, that's what we're gonna call it for tonight.
Cool.
So thank you again, Internet, for coming to hang out. We
Yes.
appreciate it. For the advantages and the watching the showdown.
Oh, yeah. Rick's the best.
And I could have gone differently.
Good.
Had it just been a slew of punches at the gate.
Yep.
46 plus 24
Huh?
to, what was you have, 75 hit points?
Yep.
Now, isn't it?
Yeah. In case
Three
you ever have
left
to
at the
fight. What?
3 left at the end of the fight.
Me? No,
Oh.
I had 23 hit points left and 7 temporary.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, so had you started,
I'm
I
okay
guess,
with that.
had you started with you mean you could have done 66 on the fire.
I could have. I didn't want to use all my key points just in case, though. But now, again. Now I know. That was my
Remember-
preliminary run
Yeah.
of being a monk.
Yeah. Well, don't forget your other tattoo.
Yeah.
The rabbit
That's
foot.
true. That is true.
That could have
The way
activated too.
I roll.
What?
Knowing the way I roll, I probably wouldn't roll an even.
Well, you pick the die and it's just an even number.
Nah.
So,
Four.
Oh, cool.
yeah. Then roll a d4.
One.
No.
One?
Yeah, not
Oh, no, it was for how many key points I get back.
Oh.
That's
I would get one.
her rabbit's foot tattoo. When she uses her last key point, she rolls any die of her choice. If she rolls an even number, she gets 1d4 key points back immediately.
Cool.
So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna throw up the credits as I do think we had some donations and other.
Hello,
things.
Internet.
So, let's see what we got here. If it rolls, which it should, but I don't know if it is.
Go, credits, go.
Oh, there we go. I guess it did go. Here we go. So thank you, Petey, for the cheer, and Pat for this resub. Thank you for that.
So
Catch
last,
you guys
Didn't catch
next
it until this time.
next week. Hopefully in a new location, but we shall see what time brings. So see you then.